There we go. Did I forget? I forgot something. Ahoy everyone and welcome aboard. I'll be your Captain Hillyan today, along with... There and there.
Fierce and mighty Lieutenant Drakir at your service. And welcome back to...
Zenless Zone Zero, where, yeah, we'll be continuing on with the main story after we finished up Lucia's agent story last time. A bit late with that, but, well, better late than never. But before we go do that, though, there is something we should check out over here.
So, did you say you were to do something special today with my avatar?
Oh, right, yeah, I've completely forgot about that. I can switch that around now if you'd like. So...
May as well, before we start anything.
Also, yeah, we didn't get this, we haven't seen this yet. Let's see, Sales Champion. From handing out flyers on the street to offering sneak peeks through carefully edited spoiler-free clips to revamping the membership card system with tiered cashback rewards, every promotional tactic feels reassuringly thorough. That said, some customers have mentioned the promoter's enthusiasm, especially their in-depth praise of the video store manager, can be a bit much. Perfectly fitting there. Okay, there and there. Okay. Now, to change this up a bit, need to make a quick copy of this source. Copy. That would make it a duplicate. Okay, need to be not now a reference of it, which will get changed the same. Let me just try swapping out the image itself, which will be on over here. Let's see in the browser. Okay, I should be able to change it back easily enough after that. But I'll need to make a new source for this to, well, keep them separate. Okay, stream. Not moderation. There, reactive. Okay. Not that. They're here. Okay. No, that's... It's being dumb again with... They really did change this for the worst, huh? Let's see.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's look here. Come on. Let me actually change the freaking image. Okay, come on. There. Okay. Okay, that should at least save the icon. Now I need to actually swap it out with the current one. Let's see. Look here. And of course, Sari forgets and catches another stupid bot. Let's see. Save. And save. And there we go. Anyway, what do you think of it? I'll need to resize it a bit later. Actually, before we head over there, there are a few social things going on.
I do like this, but for some reason I expected something more than this at the same time.
Yep.
And for people wondering, no, I'm not gonna speak bang boo the entire stream. I don't think I could... Sure, would it be funny? Yes. Would it be a good commentary? Likely not. And if I were to help the captain speak about the fears and such, well, he would not understand me to begin with then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to use a habit hanging here, so... Wow, the decor in your store is so unique. Totally different from Mystic Rare's style. Walking into this store, it instantly reminds me of you. Wise and I did spend a lot of time setting it up. The store reflects the owner, after all. You can really feel how much heart you've put into it. I bet customers pick up on that too. This wall packed with videotapes must be the most eye-catching spot here. Just standing next to it makes me really want to watch a movie. Man, there are so many choices, and they all look interesting. Which one should I pick? Care to give me a recommendation, dear manager?
Pretty please, dear manager, help me pick out a good movie. So, anything you're really into? Give me a hint, and I can, like, narrow down the options for you.
I'd be half tempted to say something along the lines of like Jackass or something. But that would probably be a bit too much on the painful side for Yuzuha.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Horror, adventure, tearjerkers. I'm pretty much game for anything. My movie tastes are all over the place.
Alright, I would expect especially horror. But actually, if anything, I don't think she will be interested in Jackass for, let's be honest. But that some stuff, fun stuff, a lot of it is not funny. A lot of it is just stupid.
Yeah.
Actually,
a lot of it is a bunch of masochists just hurting themselves for the stupid of it.
Yeah, man, I think about it. I never laughed at anything. I don't like them at all. But as people, I think they're fine for what little I've heard. Just what they do, I do not like. I do not like the show movies at all. It's not my humor, really.
Yeah.
What about that Tanuki movie? It's about this Tanuki who's totally failing at the transformation art and gets booted from its village because of some misunderstanding. But it uses its brains to expose the bad guys and save its clan. Tanuki, huh? And as the main character! Kama would probably dig that. Sounds adorable. I trust your judgment. Let's go with that one. I actually have I Am Tanuki in stock. Haven't gotten around to watching it yet, though. There's a TV upstairs. Wanna check it out, Yuzuha? Sounds good! Watching movies with you makes them way more fun.
You watch the movie with Yuzuha. Unlike her usual laid-back self, she is completely focused while watching. Living through the film, feeling the rage, laughter, and tears alongside its characters. Maybe that's what movies are truly about.
What an interesting film! The way they mixed real-life animal stuff in the story? That was just perfect! And the protagonist's lines are so quotable! That whole, I'm a tanuki, not a reindeer, bit has to be a reference to something else, right? I loved the movie too! And seriously, when the tanuki was getting attacked, Kama was totally losing it, pacing back and forth in front of the TV. Oh, so cute! He must have been super into it. Huh? What's that, Kama? You want to say something? Oh, you mean the movie feels kind of familiar? Yeah, that one scene did give me major deja vu. Reminds me of when we first met.
That brings up a good point. How did you two meet?
Yeah.
You mean you and Kama? I'm dying to know the story. Spill the deets. It's not really much of a story. I just happened to help Kama out by chance. When I first saw him, Kama was getting bullied, held underwater by some punk kids. I know how terrifying it is to choke on water, so I rushed over and scared them off. He was frightened and took off in a flash. Never thought I'd see him again after that. Then, when I was in a jam in the hollow, Kama swooped in and saved me! That's when I realized he'd been secretly following me around, keeping an eye on me the whole time. He'd been hurt by humans before, so he must have been super scared and suspicious. But when he saw me in trouble, he still jumped in, giving me time to bail. You helped Kama out, so he wanted to have your back. Even though he totally freaked out, he still stood up for you. I guess that's what real courage is all about.
Yeah, it's not the absence of fear, it is the continuation despite it.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
being
Later when we met up with Monato, he thought he was a baddie too and totally clobbered him. Despite Despite Kama being smaller, he came off as way more intimidating than Minato.
Oh dear. Right. There's a difference between being fearless and brave.
Yeah.
After that, it took me forever to get those two to get along. Of course, it was Kama being a little grump, always thinking Minato was some bad guy in disguise. Minato was pretty down about it for a long time.
Wow, things have really changed, huh? Who would have thought Kama would end up becoming such an important partner to you?
Yeah, it's got me thinking. Kama was a lot like me back then, just clinging to a plank, cast adrift in this world. Sometimes I dream that I'm still out there, drifting across a vast, endless ocean. It's beautiful, sure, but it's also kind of cruel, like it just goes on forever, like time itself. But along the way I met Dad, Minato, Kama, Alice, and then I met you. We may still have to cling to that piece of driftwood, but so what? At least we're not alone anymore.
We can cling to it together.
The fact that we were able to meet each other in this lifetime is nothing short of a miracle. I'm really glad I met you, and that we became friends.
Oh.
And of course, it's because you're such a good friend that I go all out when I tease you.
Of course.
It's getting late. The movie was awesome. Thanks for today. Next time, take me around 6th Street, okay? I can't wait to discover what other little surprises are hidden in the place you call home.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to more of the Season 1 characters interacting with the Season 2 ones.
Yeah. Also, I just realized something. Like, I like Yusaha as a character and all that, but I always found her voice acting a little bit strange. Like, it doesn't. She's kind of the way she speaks. It feels kind of very different from the other characters. Like she's supposed to be in another game in a way. That's almost for a younger audience. And now I just realized you heard me say, "Go, oh." She kind of has a bit of a anime / goosebump vibe to her in her dialogue. If you think about it.
Well, she does love to make up spooky stories and such. And we're not
Yeah.
forgetting about Kung Fu Panda.
Again, I like the character, just. And then the voice actor does a good job, just. It feels kind of odd at times, the way she speaks to everyone.
Junior Bell, sorry to bother you. I brought some gifts for you. Fresh eggs, oatmeal, milk and stuff. You and Junior Wise can have them for breakfast. Thanks, Senior Yinu. Don't mention it. Now, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Who would have thought Junior Bell is also a film buff on top of her talent for techniques? Oh, you've done me a huge favor by finding this tape.
You're too kind, Senior Inhu. It's what I do after all. Whether it's new, old, popular, or discontinued, we've got all kinds of tapes.
You're making me want to sign up for a long-term membership with you folks. That way I can watch every episode of We Need You, even if I miss the live broadcast.
Follow your heart. Trust me, you won't regret choosing our store. I'll make sure we record every episode so you won't have to catch the broadcasts as they air.
This is genuinely tempting. I'm not usually the one to splurge, but your words have moved and reassured me, Junior Bell. I'll sign up for membership.
Okay, that is a bit ironic since this is basically the second big time that we find him splurging. The other one was at Yumja Sin. Or he was planning to.
Yeah, I guess it depends on in what way you splurge. Like, there's different levels of splurge.
Yeah.
You're the best, Senior Inhu. I'll register your details then. Thank you for your patronage.
Since I'm a member now, can
Sorry?
I catch up with the latest We Need You episodes here? The sooner I finish them, the better I can plan my next bargain hunting strategy.
Oh, bloody heck. kind of curious. Like, I've never heard any movie stores offering these kind of services. This sounds like something a friend will do for you, and then you basically just maybe pay for the price of the tape, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm guessing since we're recording stuff from live broadcasts, I'm guessing there is just a difference in like copyright law in New Eridu, though I doubt with the ongoing apocalypse or the slow-going apocalypse, people don't tend to care about that too much more, or maybe it's just that since it's public broadcast, it's allowed to be recorded and such.
Yeah, like you're all allowed, since they did sell those tapes and DVDs later in stores, you could do that, so it wasn't clear that way. Just depending on how you use it, like if you record it and try to use it to get paid in a unlicensed cinema, then yes, you will get a fine.
I'm guessing
but
yeah, the siblings probably have like a sort of license to be allowed to record stuff or such. As long as they will pay for that and such.
Indeed. Though, there's something real. Like, when I was young, recording on VHS tape was extremely common. Like, everyone was doing it.
Yeah.
Basically, have pictures of it, but when DVDs came around, you could do that with. I only knew one who tried. Like, I kind of wonder why not many did that. It might just been arriving in weird times, as many people were buying DVDs.
True. It could also be because stuff starts to become more available online, and not immediately, but...
Actually, yeah, when you could start recording DVDs, instead of recording it live on TV, people just downloaded the movies from sites. Because I will say back then was a risk, and it's a risk today.
Yeah.
Sure, go ahead. But bargain hunting strategy? What does that have to do with your backlog?
You'll see soon enough. I'll teach it to you too.
You start watching the latest episodes of We Need You with Senior Yinu. You see him completely fixated on the screen and muttering thoughtfully to himself. Occasionally he pulls out a notebook and jots down a few lines. The notebook is completely packed full of notes by the time you finish. I'm guessing he's looking for the lowest prices.
Well, these episodes are jam-packed with information. Things will be a lot easier now that I know which companies and stores are hiring.
Okay.
Signorine, you mentioned that things will be a lot easier now. What exactly do you mean by that?
It's the bargain hunting strategy I mentioned, of course. By watching these job shows, you'll know where the best deals are. Typically, companies and stores that put out hiring ads for expansions are in their growth phase. After getting more staff and scaling up, their next step is figuring out how to attract customers.
Which they'll do through deals and discounts.
So, by keeping an eye on the company's recent moves, you'll catch all kinds of promotions. Truth be told, that's how Yunquei Summit has been saving and stretching our activity funds. Junior Bell, your video store also runs on a modest budget, and proxy work has its ups and downs. How about learning a trick or two on thrift and prosperity from your senior?
I'm all ears. Life in New Eridu is certainly filled with surprises. It never hurts to learn more about managing finances.
Then remember lesson 1. If a store starts hiring at a completely new location, that means it's going to establish a branch there, and big discounts will surely follow. For example, JC Pharmacy planned a branch in Waifei Peninsula, where traditional medicine is popular. When I saw their hiring ad on the show, I knew something was up. And just as I expected, they opened a store in Phylum Heights and gave away a bunch of coupons to pull customers from Peace Herbal. I took the opportunity and stockpiled 2 years' worth of common medicine for everyone, at crazy low prices. Another thing is to pay attention to the people these stores are hiring. For example, if a barber shop is hiring apprentices, they'll likely roll out new hair care packages at bargain prices soon, to get the trainees some practice.
Makes sense.
I've always gotten my touch-ups during these promotions. Sure, sometimes you end up with inexperienced apprentices, but the results are decent enough.
Okay, now I kind of want to see how he looks after one of these botched, jobs. Just half his face bald or something.
You can't just blindly chase cheap deals, Senior Inhu. What if you get a bad haircut? Or if you buy expired goods? You really ought to consider this kind of stuff.
She's right. I was just to say for buying very cheap and stockpiling can be good. Just problem is depends on what you're stockpiling very cheap. Like if it's something with a very long duration before it expires, fine. Like soup and such. But if it's something like food that have may have a long or shorter expiration date, then you should be more careful. Like it's like don't stockpile just because it's cheap. Stockpile it if it's cheap and good quality and it actually worth storing it for. If you have a stockpile of something that expires, it doesn't matter if you got it cheap. You just wasted the money anyway.
Yeah.
Well said. And that leads to my third lesson. Bargain hunt in moderation and don't be greedy. You'll end up the loser if you hyper-focus on chasing cheap deals.
Exactly.
Apart from the barbershop incident, there was this upstart company specializing in Thyran apparel. They advertised everywhere and opened up branches. And then came the hyped up and flashy opening promotions.
Sounds like they probably spread themselves too thin too quickly.
I figured I could grab some cheap everyday clothes, so I placed a bunch of orders. Turns out, it was all a scam. The company took all my Denny's and vanished within days.
Or that.
Worse. Yeah, also that. For the other times where, sure, you can get cheap, but I also said this before many times. Sometimes, like, I prefer to buy it maybe cheap, but otherwise prefer to buy it at a fair price. Like, if it's on a sale, fine, but there's a moment where it's so cheap that you should be suspicious. Like, I'm gonna say an example. For a period of time, I bought often headphones, plug-in headphones, you know, with the cable on that, for very cheap, but they usually broke after maybe 2-3 months or something like that. Then I decided, okay, I'll buy some for a bit more high price. They lasted me without issue until recently, some months ago, where they finally dropped one too many times and one of them earbuds broke, but the other one's still working. But that one has been lasting me for something like 15 years.
Yeah, there are some things just high wear stuff, like the stuff you actually wear. For that, it is good to invest a bit, not to go like for the high price brand stuff and such, but at least to take like a middle ground at the absolute least.
Yeah. I can give a price example for the other ones. The other ones I bought early on were like 75 Swedish KR, that's like 7 euros. And the ones I bought and lost longer was like 300 Swedish KR, that's kind of like 30 euros ish. So it was not too massive price difference. Well, it wasn't like a massive price, but you can see the one we paid more for really did last way longer.
Yeah, there's actually an artist I ran into. I'm blanking a bit on their name at the moment. I think they changed it a few times, but they started with a sort of lewd parody-ish comic or something. They probably were active before that, but that is how I found them. It involved a character who would basically wear practically nothing except for pricey boots, because the boots would, well, if they were to buy cheap boots, they would end up spending a whole lot more than if they were to get the pricier and more durable boots.
Yeah,
so,
I learned that again last year. I thought, okay, these boots for coming enough about 300 Swedish kronor for shoes. I thought, okay, this went on right away on my feet, no problem. 3 months later, they started already to break apart. Compared to the other ones, I could almost pay like 200 euros or something for.
Yeah.
So yeah, some things you don't cheap out on, and what's cheap depends on the product. And when it comes to shoes, don't cheap out on shoes. Like It's annoying.
Now, speaking of, I probably should get a new pair of shoes myself. Like the ones I'm currently wearing, I typically use only like 1 or 2 pairs at once. The current ones I think I've used for like 4 years by now. And it's not like they're falling apart, but the nose of one of them has become loose, so I probably should replace them somewhat soon. But if you were to buy shoes and such, if you can spend like 20 euros on a pair that would last you like 4 months, then it's probably better to spend like 60 on a pair that would last you 2 years or so.
Yeah, most shoes that buy for expensive price or regular price usually last. But they start to break apart maybe after a year, but I can still use them after a while longer. Hopefully, problem is I have that kind of feet that not many shoes are made for, so they naturally break down earlier than normal because of my feet are not normally shaped. It's kind of annoying.
Okay, let's continue now that we're... let's continue hearing the panda's financial advice instead of giving it ourselves.
This marks one of the darkest stains on my thrifty career. Ever since, I always make sure to do thorough background checks before spending at these places. Oh, there I go again. Apologies, Junior Bell, for taking up your time with my boring rambling. It's one of the only things I'm good at. It's all I know.
Not at all. Your lessons are practical and taught me how to make good use of daily info that I took for granted. It was very useful.
Really? Good. If there are any other thrifty tips you want to learn, come ask me anytime. There are plenty more where that came from. That said, you don't have to worry about expenses during your time at Swabian Temple. I'll take care of all your daily needs.
Oh dear, like he had some good advice. I kind of glad we got to see this one compared to the added for when we saw him in the other restaurant.
Yeah.
For it does mean he is genuine. Since he does produce a lot, he's very careful when he goes for the sales and such. And I guess the whole temple thing is probably run mostly on side work, donations. Side work and donations. Like they probably have to be very careful with their money.
Yeah.
It also means they probably, when they do spend money on something, like imaginary funds or something, if they want to make a new house and such, they probably want to make a house that lasts long and requires very little maintenance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it may just cost more.
Let's see. Now that I've shared these tips with you, we're officially money-saving buddies. If I catch wind of any sweet deals, I'll be sure to let you know right away. I forgot to do that with Yuzaha, I think, just earlier, just the after chat. Okay, not like it's that extremely important. Let's see, anyone else out and about? Or someone we haven't maxed out with yet? Yeah, seen you there before. Okay. Oh, back to Phalum Heights then. And time to continue with the story. Let's see what damage the Qingming sword has done upon Xiaoguang. Okay, but one last thing on that. If a company or a new company seems to be growing extremely quickly, or just an existing company seems to be growing extremely quickly, there's typically something going on then, because extreme growth like that is not sustainable in the absolute slightest.
Yeah.
Belle, you arrived just in time. What's up? What are you guys talking about? Nothing much. I'm just a bit worried about my brother. Don't overthink it. Maybe he's got something to take care of. I hope that's all. Alright, I made some osmanthus cakes earlier to lift my mood. I'm not sure if it'll suit your taste, but would you like to try some? As she speaks, she pushes the osmanthus cake she had closer to you, her eyes full of anticipation. Try some osmanthus cakes? Okay, why do I get the feeling this is like entering a boss fight early or something?
Those who said that, just read the text.
Yeah, immersive storytelling.
I mean, you just made it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your osmanthus cakes are so good. So soft. But it's a little too sweet.
It is a bit sweet, but there's nothing wrong with a little sweetness.
Really? Sorry, I guess I added too much sugar. I'll make it much better for you next time.
There's no need to be so nervous, Xiaoguang. It's already delicious.
I'm glad you like it.
But I've always wondered, why do you like osmanthus cakes so much?
It has been a repeating thing with her.
Actually,
Yeah.
I just like anything related to osmanthus.
Hmm.
I remember a long time ago, when I just joined Yunquai Summit, there was a dessert shop on the corner of a nearby street. They made amazing osmanthus cakes there, so I always pestered my brother to get some for me. But for some reason, I ended up with a stomachache every time I ate them. So my brother eventually stopped me from eating them. Then
Okay.
I decided to try making osmanthus cakes myself. So long as I made sure to use the right amount of the right ingredients, I was fine.
Could be that she's allergic to something, or as she speaks, Xiao Guang's eyes carry the nostalgia she has towards that past, and a hidden determination. Yet, just as you're enjoying your osmanthus cakes, Senior Fufu suddenly runs over. Oop, and Aurora's missing,
this is
so
where you
missing
were.
out.
Senior Fufu, you're back.
Yeah, we heard something happened again in Wi-Fi, so we hurried back as fast as we could. We just got here today. But never mind that. I just got word something strange has appeared over at Silum Bay. We should go take a look.
Okay, you have to Silum Bay with Senior Fufu. Oh, those are not supposed to be here. Let's see, I saw some chat going on over here. Can we get a repeat of that? Breaking. Unknown plant species discovered in Phalum Heights. Again, it just vanishes way too quickly. Yep. And the controller just... Okay, is are the batteries dead, or... is it just the controller that's dying? No, it must be the batteries. Okay, I don't know why, but this thing just seems to freaking slurp batteries dry. Even when I keep them out of it.
Yeah,
Come on.
I think you want a new controller for... Something I noticed with my new PlayStation 5 controllers, especially when I put them on low light setting, so they glow less. Those controllers can last for an almost entire day.
That's...
And when it was run out, I just switch to the other controller and put the other one in charger on the cable. So I either change the controller once a day to every second
there.
day, basically.
You're here too. These white flowers look a lot like the ones we saw in the hollow. And when you get close to them, you get this kind of cozy feeling. They must be the same kind. That doesn't sound good at all. I hope I'm just overthinking this. Oh, I thought we could interact with you. Okay, what are these things doing out here? Crouching down, Xunguang carefully brushes her fingertips across the white petals. Her face fills with shock and quiet worry.
How is this possible? Those strange white flowers we saw inside the hollow are showing up out here, too. And is it just my imagination? Or does it somehow feel like the Qingming sword is reacting to them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Same. They look exactly like the ones in my memory. If only Ishu and Shifu were here. She'd know what to make of this.
Wufu's here, so shouldn't she be along as well, or...?
With everything that's happening in Phalum Heights, it's only right for the High Preceptor to report directly to the mayor. That's her duty.
A man in Yunque's summit uniform stands there without anyone noticing. His sharp, eagle-like gaze sweeps over the white flowers on the ground, and then lands on Ye Xuanguang.
And including, of course, the mess your brother caused. Ye Yun. He's brought shame upon Yunque's summit.
Mr. Lu! My brother, he's just...
Ye Xuanguang, facts are facts. There is no arguing them. But remember this. The two of you walk different paths. You have your own burden to bear. Since you've inherited the Qingming sword, you must carry everything it represents. That is your destiny.
Yeah, who the hell are you, old man?
Excuse me, but who might you be? Sorry, I forgot to introduce him. He's Yunque Summit's current...
I am Lu Hengzhou. I know who you are. Yixuan's new disciple. As for these flowers, they've already been reported. So far, they seem harmless, exhibiting no signs of aggression. They're structurally fragile and ordinary in every way.
Yeah, but we know that they can channel ether. So...
Wait, we know that... Have the other ones seen it yet?
Not sure. I think only that basically the disciples that went along with Ban Shui and such, so us know that. But if these things somehow connect back to the hollow, they could pump out ether into the air here.
No, they're not. I've seen these flowers before, back when the old capital fell, and...
Oh. That just adds yet more to it. Also, I found with VC Face, I finally found one button that, well, leads to, well, the lip syncing here. Apparently I completely missed just one freaking checkbox for that. And, well, finally it doesn't look like I'm miming everything.
Yeah, and also... Here's the thing. Currently they may be harmless, but once a hollow expands or here's an area, those flowers will already be there and ready to
make things worse.
To either power up the expanded area or power up the new hollow.
we also found a ton of them deep inside Limnian Hollow. The weird thing is, whenever we approached them, it seemed to weaken the effects of the corruption.
Is that so? Then just to be safe, you may clear these flowers away for now.
Okay, I'll try.
And I'm guessing, it hasn't been said, but I'm guessing he is the acting head of Yunque Summit while Yixuan is away. Zhao Guang swings her sword. Light flashes and the white flowers before her crumple instantly into ash. They're far more fragile than they look. Are they really just ordinary plants?
Mr. Lu, please believe me. These flowers aren't as simple as they look. There's something deeper going on. We can't just let them spread like this.
You're not usually this persistent. Is it because of what you've been through lately? Or have you met someone special who's made you start questioning things?
Lu Zhenguao, I know how he said his name earlier, but I have no idea of how to say certain Eastern-style names. Seems to glance in your direction, or is that just your imagination?
No, that's not it. I just feel like this is too important to ignore.
All right. Tomorrow evening, I shall gather all the relevant people. We'll meet at the temple.
Thank you.
Let's hope that tomorrow won't be too late.
Of course, this isn't only about the flowers. It's also time to come to a final verdict on your brother's actions. I'll need to review everything and make a statement that does right by the disciples of Yunque Summit.
I understand.
Good. That's all I needed to hear. Ye Guang, never ever forget who you are, or the duty that comes with your gift and your sword.
Lu Hengguao turns to leave. As he brushes past, he pauses for a brief moment and murmurs something only the two of you can hear.
Let's hope your presence in her life brings strength, not burden.
Sorry you had to see that. Mr. Lu's always been that way. He takes Yunquei Summit's honor more seriously than anything. But I'm sure he didn't mean any harm.
I'm a bit 50-50 on him so far. He seems, yeah, at least very driven, but let's just hope he is not the honor before reason type.
Yeah, for many times I thought he was going to be the more stereotypical, almost traditionalist or something like that, but he seems to rail it in each time.
Yeah.
But there is something going on.
So, who exactly is this Mr. Lu? Is he one of our seniors at Yunquei Summit or something?
He's an elder of Yunquei Summit. He's the one who manages everything when Ishuan Shifu's not around.
So the acting head, okay.
An elder? But I heard that Ishuan Shifu was the only one from Yunquei Summit who survived the Phylum Heights incident back then.
Well, he's more of a guardian than a fighter. Back when everyone left the mountain, he was tasked with making sure the disciples' families were safe. That's how he survived the disaster.
Yeah, that makes. Let's be honest. Especially when it comes to monks and such. Like, depending, doesn't matter if it's a town, a temple, a village or something. You don't send away everyone.
Yeah,
You always need to keep a large or medium or maybe a small force to protect the whatever you move away a large amount of fighters. You need something to protect it while you're away.
yeah, it's basic tactical / strategic doctrine. Like, if you don't go all in when you need to defend something still.
Yeah.
I didn't think he'd come here, too. Guess that means whatever's happening lately really is serious.
Nothing serious, just the partial descent of an eldritch being.
Elder. He's not an eldritch
Feels
being.
like he's kinda strict with you.
Well, he always says that since I inherited the Qingming sword, I must live up to that title that comes with the responsibility. He's just got high expectations for me. Alright, enough of that. It's getting late and I need to prepare for tomorrow's meeting.
I think that makes sense. For he seems to be strict, but also have high expectation. But he does seem to at least have some understand that he's still a living person.
Yeah. Let's see.
And
We're having that thing again where it's just delayed for some reason unless OBS itself is selected. I need to look into that later.
But yeah, I guess since he actually is a monk, they're a bit more aware of something like this. Then, but they are literatures and all that, or follow a code. The monks, I feel like, are usually, not always, a bit more pragmatic. They understand a bit more. They're usually not fanatical. If that
Not
makes
as
sense.
dogmatic.
Indeed.
Oh right, the osmanthus cakes! They turned out a little off this time, but next time I'll make the perfect batch for you to try. It's a promise, okay?
I should probably clarify, Eastern monks, mostly that's for like East, like Indian, Chinese, Japanese monks and all that. Korean, I think Korean may have some monks there, depending which religion. They probably, I think they have more than one religion there, but yeah. Anyway, most monks in Eastern cultures are kind of more practical, as far as I know, a bit more spiritual, like
Yeah.
if you compare them to monks in Western or like European countries and such, they can go from be similar to monks in the East to being very zealot.
Oscar's just consistently changing up how he's laying on the bed behind me.
Yeah, but this is what I'm guessing and feel like I learned from observation. I could be very wrong. I could be
Yeah.
very wrong on both things here. So, yeah, do your research. Don't take anything I say like gospel or anything. Like, I can be wrong.
Yeah. Let's see. Her eyes glimmer as she looks at you, and like she's finally gathered the courage, she holds out her pinky. You reach out and hook yours gently with hers. A bright, content smile spreads across her face. She pulls her hand back and gives you a small wave.
See you tomorrow.
Yes, Guang turns and disappears around the corner just like any ordinary girl. Yet somehow, as you watch her go, you can't shake the feeling that she's carrying something far heavier than she ever lets on. And that's ignoring the sword case that floats after her everywhere to be fuel for the night. After a night's rest, it's soon time for the meeting. It's almost time for the meeting. Let's head to Swibian Temple Hall for now. Are we finally going to see the inside of this place?
Yeah, are you sure? I think I have heard of rare cases of fanatical monks. Because when you see them portray in media, like the more monks, like mystic monks, Easter monks, like these, they're usually more down to earth as such. Or the similarities in the Europeans would be like Friar Tuck. He's religious, but also very down to earth. But yeah, this is what I feel like I see in the media. But I do know every group in every religion have their down to earth people, and they're also their fanatics.
Idiots.
Yeah.
Fanatics, idiots, what's the difference?
Yeah, in every culture, every religion, and in every group, you have the saint and the demon, basically, metaphorically. Like someone that's damn kind and someone that's damn rotten. So never, just because you see a rotten apple too in a basket doesn't mean all the apples are rotten. There will still be some there. Maybe you need to shuffle around to find them.
And, well, toss the bad apples out so they don't rot the others.
Indeed.
Let's see. You arrive at Swibian Temple's main hall. Everyone's already here. Each one joins remotely due to other obligations. Guang stands quietly to one side, nervously twisting the edge of her clothes.
Since everyone's here, let's begin.
Wait, are you at Scott Outpost?
The purpose of this meeting is to gather what we know, review the current situation, and discuss what to do with Hillyan.
My apologies, everyone. It is a little inconvenient for me, so I'll have to join you like this. When I heard what happened with Hillyan some time ago, I had planned to return to Phylum Heights immediately, but I received an urgent mission from the mayor. There's been an abnormal disturbance inside Hollow Zero, and as manpower was insufficient, Section 6 and I were sent to deal with it. It's a complicated matter and still has yet to be resolved. I am unable to leave at this time.
Okay, that's actually a good explanation for why she can't interfere or help.
Yeah.
Mr. Liu has given me a rundown of the situation regarding the creator. The situation is dire, so I've also shared this information with the mayor. However, my information is likely not complete. As such, I would like each of you who was there to briefly recount what happened so we can make the most accurate judgment possible.
Long story short, that Miss Sarah from the Exaltists was behind a whole string of events. Her real goal was to awaken the creator. Meanwhile, Hillyan's so-called partnership with Sarah was just a cover. What he really wanted was to destroy the creature before it could fully awaken. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. He overestimated himself, and in the end, he was possessed by the creator's power. We ended up having to fight him.
Thanks to Xiaoguang's assistance at a crucial moment, we were able to subdue the monster under the creator's control and awaken Hillyan.
It's all thanks to Xiaoguang. Without her, we wouldn't have been able to suppress that monster or rescue Senior Ye.
It still got away, though.
Yet everything comes with a price. And that price Xiaoguang, you used the power of the Qingming sword, didn't you?
I'm sorry, Shifu.
When you inherited the Qingming sword, I told you, unless it's a matter of life and death, you must never draw it from its case or tap into its power source.
But my brother's life was hanging by a thread, and my friends were in danger. Please, Shifu, tell me, what situation could possibly be more dire than that?
Xiaoguang, I'm not blaming you. It's just, more than saving others, I'd rather you learn to protect yourself. Let's leave it here for now. Anyone else have something to add?
Though we ultimately prevailed, Yeshu Yuan left on his own in the chaos. We have no information on his whereabouts.
I've also been informed of that. I'll see what I can do to locate him.
High Preceptor, Yeshu Yuan colluded with the Exaltists, endangered Phylum Heights, and brought shame upon Yunquay Summit. Surely this can't be brushed aside with just a vague locate him, can it?
You probably don't know this, but before I left, I sent the Qingming bird to Lemnian Hollow to search for him. But the poor thing got trapped there by the Exaltists and only just made it back.
I am curious what more of the deal is with the bird. Like, it has the same name as the swords, but how exactly are those connected?
Yeah, and we did read one.
When I examined the bird, I realized Hillyan had been trying to send me messages about the creator, but they never got through. So no, Hillyan never really sided with the Exaltists or betrayed Yunquay Summit, and that's exactly why we need to find him. Hear what he has to say, face to face.
My brother must have had his own reasons for everything he did. I know he'd never betray us.
Whatever the case, Yeshu Yuan has done real damage to Yunquay Summit's reputation. Still, the details can wait until he returns. We'll deal with it properly then.
Wait. How did he damage it? Like, those people were not there to see that happen.
True, but just the potential rumors of him having worked with them is what he might be talking about and such. At least he's mostly reasonable. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he turns out to be an antagonist to us later, though.
I take it you two are finished now? Then let me add something. When Sarah tried to summon the creator, we saw this really weird black mist appear. And the strange thing is, we couldn't even hit it. Our attacks went right through.
Well,
Couldn't hit it.
Mm-hmm.
it is a mist.
That black mist is a formless entity. To harm it, you must condense it into a tangible state, just like the creature the creator commanded.
Sobek, they mean there, I believe.
I see it now. That black mist must be the true form of the creator's power.
So, would we be able to catch it if we get a strong enough vacuum cleaner? Luigi!
Right. True form, its power, not its true form itself, but true form with its power. So
I've
as long
already
as it's
discussed
true.
this with the mayor. He plans to conduct a discreet investigation through his own channels. For now, we're to stay put.
Alright.
So I guess it's not its true physical form, just its true form in power form, if that makes sense.
It has no form, as Banyue said. It needs to be forced into a form.
Okay, now yeah, gotcha. So yeah, that does make sense. And
It's basically a giant magic fart.
Yeah, so far we have been agreeing that it's basically something like a eldritch cosmic being, like something like Cthulhu and such. Just it may even not to have taken a proper form in this dimensional reality, if that makes sense.
Yeah, though, if it can't be harmed when it is in mist form, then, well, it would have no real reason to take physical form, or solid physical form.
Yeah. But I'm gonna guess it may need to do that for something more powerful.
Yeah.
Especially you, Xiaoguang. You need to stay in the temple and focus on recovering. Don't take any more risks.
But Shifu's right, Xiaoguang. You fainted before, remember? You really can't keep pushing yourself like this anymore.
Yeah, Xiaoguang. Since both Shifu and the mayor are stepping in, we can finally take a little break.
The power of the Qingming sword is both the pride of Yunque Summit and the burden of its wielder. Right now is not the time for it to be drawn. You must cherish this power, and use it for the sake of many, not to serve your own feelings. So, I agree with the High Preceptor's decision. Yeshun Guang, you need to rest.
How about we let Xiaoguang speak for herself first? She's the one who's actually going through all this.
True, yeah.
Thank you, Junior.
Yeshun looks your way, gratitude flickering in her eyes. Then she takes a deep breath, like she's gathering every ounce of courage, and meets everyone's gaze head on.
I want to help with the investigation too. Even without drawing the sword, there must be something I can still do. Please, let me.
No. I've already said this before. If you want to avoid the sword's negative effects, you must stay away from anything related to it. This isn't up for debate. If there are no objections, I'll take my leave here.
Since the High Preceptor has spoken, this meeting is concluded. Thank you all for your cooperation.
The air is heavy with silence. Yeshun shoulders slump a little. She quickly lifts her hand to wipe her cheek like she's erasing something. Then, running from everyone's gaze, she turns and leaves without a word. Okay, both sides are mostly reasonable, but still...
We have seen that we've seen that the sword has taken some memory of her.
Yeah.
That's probably why she wrote that diary. But yeah, those things do come with a price. And
looks like there's drama going down at Yunque Summit.
Like, so there's someone else of the Void Hunters that have a katana. I feel like they also have a price, and many of them. Maybe the ones have died. You said so many don't have tails, but I'm pretty sure she have a tail as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this on stream, but yeah, it's apparently there's just something in in Miyabi's whole family line that they don't have tails related to some curse with the blades, which is named Tailless. But
she has a tail.
We'll have to double check when we next see her, or just check out her character in the selection screen a bit. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out to be more cursed swords or such, or cursed weapons.
Yeah, they have different price to them. Depending on what the... I think we can get there is some kind of other deities they're connected to. They have fragments of the power in the swords.
Let's see. Yunque Summit and Krampus definitely have very different styles. How's Banyu Shifu finding Krampus? I'm getting used to it, thank you for asking. Banyu is a key player in Krampus now, you know. And someone like him, powerful yet honest and reliable, is a rare find. Of course we have to snatch him up right away. Oh right, Senior Zhao seems to have taken on a big mission lately. We might need to help out, so let's be ready. Miss Zhao? That's right, Senior Zhao is a super busy person, and the boss really trusts her. I'm curious about who this leader of Krampus is. Because as much as Zhao looks to be the leader, there is definitely someone above her in the hierarchy. Oh. let me tell you a secret. She even has this wild title, Krampus' Unbeaten Legend. Word is, since joining Krampus on the boss's recommendation, she's never failed a single mission she's taken on. I see. Senior Zhao is certainly impressive. Whoa, it feels kind of weird hearing you call her senior. Oh my, it's getting late. Banduo and I should head back to Krampus. See you later then, Proxy. We shall be taking our leave. But, yep, Dylan and Banduo leave first. Heading back to Santa's workshop.
Yeah, now let's check about the tail.
Let's see. Timing. We don't get to see... Let's see.
Is that my cue?
Yeah, I thought I remember her having a tail.
Hey there, Delulu.
Not
Is that
that.
my cue?
I'll just have to look for her
I would
manually
never
here.
turn down-
If you need help,
You have
There.
my eradicate all evil.
Let's see.
Yeah, she doesn't have a tail, I guess.
Her long hair makes it a bit... Yeah. She does... Yeah,
Oh,
no
yeah.
tail. Her long hair obscures it a little bit.
This is the path I follow.
Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
you might be right then. There is a bit a strange sacrifice. Though it does seem like it will kill the wheel after a while.
It could just be that they got lucky with it. Or something. That is reminding me now of a different Fox in a different Hoyoverse game.
Oh dear.
Let's see. As the keeper of the Qingming sword, Ye Xuanguang should shoulder more responsibility. The way she's acting now is a total disgrace to Yunque Summit. But Zhao Guang didn't want to become the sword keeper either. She's still so young. Ridiculous. Becoming the keeper of the Qingming sword is a tremendous honor. It should be the goal of every Yunque Summit disciple. Were you just saying earlier that it's also the burden? And, like, sure, it may be an quote-unquote honor, but not everyone is ready to, well, shoulder a burden like that. So now
Yeah,
you're
it
sounding a bit
shows-
more unreasonable, dudes.
Yeah. As quick the leader there is not around you show with no true color. Yeah, no. She's a person, remember that. Show some sympathy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. Sympathy.
Sympathy. If only I or Ying Xuan had become the sword keeper instead. What a shame.
Oh.
Alas, that's enough
Wait.
chit-chat. We have much to do. Next,
Is
we
she
should take some
jealous?
disciples to deal with those strange white flowers in Fatum Heights. She was particularly wary of those flowers earlier. There must be some reason for that. Well, she said that the sword was reacting to it, so that should probably be a good sign that something is not right with them. Regardless of my concerns, I trust the Qingming Sword Keeper's judgment when it comes to danger. Okay, at least not being stupid on that. As for the investigation into the Creator's power, I shall handle that personally. Understood, Mr. Liu. I'll arrange for it right away.
Don't tell me he's actually a bit jealous.
I wouldn't be surprised. Or it could be a personal shame thing or such, like if I had wielded the Qingming sword back in that time, things would not have been this bad, or would have become this bad, that sort of thinking, maybe.
Yeah.
Belle, I'm still not entirely at ease. Even if Xiaoguang seems fine now, we can't rule out that the Qiming sword's effects could worsen. It won't be good if she really does lose all of her memory. Maybe we should reach out to Yishan Shifu again.
Right. But reaching out to Shifu directly might be disruptive. She's had her hands full lately. Let's consult Senior Fufu first.
You find Zhu Fufu and tell her about your worries that Xiao Guang may really be losing her memory. Turns out she's been just as anxious about it. After some discussion, she contacts Yishuan.
Shifu, we're really worried about Xiaoguang. If she really does start showing signs of memory loss, is there anything we can do?
There's nothing thing we can do. According to the records of past sword wielders, memory loss itself is a warning sign. Once it begins, the erosion caused by the Qingming sword only grows stronger, and after that, there's no turning back.
Oh, no way.
But, based on my studies, as long as the case remains intact, and Xiaoguang refrains from drawing on the sword's core power, its influence on her can, in theory, be contained.
Talking of the power of the sword itself, it might be similar to Tailless.
Yeah, for she drew the sword several times, but she rarely activated its true power.
So you must keep a close eye on her condition. Whatever happens, she must never use that sword the way she did before.
I think it's not exactly the sword itself that she drew, but an alternate sword or something.
Understood. We'll keep a close watch on her.
And about what I said during the meeting earlier, I was too harsh. I didn't think about how it would make her feel. I know she only wanted to help. But after my sister, after what happened to my sister, I can't lose another person to that sword. Especially not my own disciple, someone I'm supposed to protect. If only the Qingming sword had chosen me instead.
Please don't blame yourself, Shifu. I know you only said those things because you're worried about Xiaoguang. I'm sure she'll understand too.
Hold on a second. That means the Qingming sword actually chooses its own master?
Yes, that's right. The Qingming sword chose every one of its masters. Only those it accepts can resonate with it and wield its power.
Okay, but how does it choose then? Like, does it... I'm guessing it reacts in some way to, well, someone it chooses being close or something. But does that mean that they are chosen long before, or does it choose on the spot? I'm just picturing them, every one of them lined up in a row to try and pick the thing up like they're drawing a sword from the stone.
Yeah, I guess it's... Again, I think from what we saw from the fight, I think there is another entity that is inside it or connected to it. Maybe partially inside. Like, again, cosmic horror and all that. Like, there could be a small fraction of being connected or inside the damn thing. Basically, like the other sword we've seen.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Maker's formless, form is going to be refined into another weapon.
Oh, weapons.
Or it'll be another sword. Yeah, multiple is also possible. Then it'll become a freaking scavenger hunt of tracking down every asshole with one.
But even after all these years, no one has figured out what that sword looks for. It doesn't seem tied to strength, talent, or anything measurable. Back when Xiaoguang and Hillyan joined Yunque Summit, Mr. Liu thought Hillyan showed far greater potential. I once guessed the Qingming sword might choose people with a certain kind of constitution, but that doesn't explain why it passed over me, when my constitution is far closer to my sister's, and chose Xiaoguang instead. We know far too little about this sword.
Sorry if this sounds blunt, but if we already knew the tragic fate of the Qingming sword's wielders, why let Xiaoguang inherit it?
I'm guessing if it's not inherited, that it starts acting on its own or something.
This was my mistake. One I'll never be able to forgive myself for. After my sister's accident, I devoted everything I had to studying how to suppress the sword's side effects. When I finally succeeded with the case, I naively thought that would be enough, and that the sword could be tamed. So, I let my guard down. Back then, Xiaoguang had only just joined the sect. She was still a curious child. One day, when she was playing behind the mountain, she wandered into an off-limit area where the case was kept. All it took was one touch, and the sword chose her.
Okay, so it needs to
Oh.
be touched. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some malicious spirit in it that chooses... that is aware enough of its surroundings to be able to pick someone it might be able to control. Or just... that's just a guess. Because, yeah, Yishuan's sister was very powerful and... well, it still managed to wear her down. Could it be that it didn't choose Yishuan because she's wary of the thing or something?
Yeah. It could be good. It could be malicious, evil, or but it could. But from being seen from the other one, you can reason with them. So, yeah, I think it's a case of they maybe not necessarily lean towards good and evil.
It could just be an orange and blue morality thing that its perceptions of quote unquote good and evil do not line up with well, our type of good and evil.
Yeah, which again lines in with the whole Edward horrors and stuff since. Yeah, for many of those beings, we are either just bugs or tools or just curiosity. Like, what the heck is that human doing over there?
And this is even
Maybe
assuming
like-
that whatever is with the sword is sapient to begin with. It could just be, well, lashing out. It could have chosen Zhao Guang simply because it was lashing out for a wielder, and anyone would have done or something.
Yeah.
Once the bond is formed, it can't be undone until the Keeper's death.
I'm guessing just keeping it away from them won't work. It'll just come flying in like freaking Mjolnir.
If only I'd been more careful with its safekeeping. The case had been successful, and I let my pride dull my vigilance. None of this would have happened.
I've heard about it. According to Elder Lu, it was just an accident. No one could have known that something as simple as a touch would form a bond. Instead of blaming anyone, maybe we should focus on what to do next.
Well, Bellabog should still be around from the renovations, so maybe we could borrow a few dozen liters of concrete.
Oh dear.
Honestly, that would be such a funny way of just dealing, a funny modern way of dealing with a cursed sword. Just trap the thing under a building's foundation.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Captain. At the same time, they kind of need a damn sword for... The only reason we were able to we won the fight was due to the same sword.
Yeah. So it is quite literally a double-edged sword, huh?
Yeah.
The way she looked just now, she must be really hurting inside.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Leaving her alone with her thoughts right now probably isn't helping. How about I go talk to her?
Also, I think by now people should realize that just telling her no is going to lead to her doing yes eventually anyways. Like, she snuck off the mountain to begin with.
I still have something I need to take care of, so if you could go keep her company, that'd be perfect. Xiaoguang really adores you, you know. Having you by her side will make her feel so much better.
Please, when you see her, tell her I'm sorry. Tell her it's my fault.
Each one lets out a quiet sigh before ending the call. Yufufu and Wise both have other matters to attend to and soon leave after. No time to waste, I better head to Zhao Guang's room and talk with her. And she's gone. Zhao Guang doesn't seem to be in her room. Wonder where she went. There's a notebook on the desk. Looks like it's Zhao Guang's diary. Should I take a look? Better not. You guiltily avoid your gaze. Maybe I shouldn't read it if it's Zhao Guang's new diary entry. But Yep, just then, a familiar voice comes from behind me. It sounds a bit startled and flustered even.
Belle? What are you doing here?
You looked kinda down just now, so I got worried and thought I'd come check up on you.
Suddenly a chubby orange cat waddles out from this corner of the room. It looks over, meows triumphantly, and struts right past our feet. So that weird noise just now must have been this little cat's doing. I think we know exactly which orange cat that is, and it's not this one.
Thank you. I'm fine, really. But you... my diary?
Don't worry, I just got here. I didn't read your diary, I swear.
If it's you, I don't really mind. It's just trivial everyday things anyway. Nothing special.
Before she finishes speaking, another familiar voice comes from behind.
Oh, you're both here! Perfect. I was just about to go looking for you.
That matter must have been handled pretty quick.
Xiaoguang, about what happened at the meeting. Shifu asked us to pass on her apology.
I know. She's only being strict because she cares. I understand that.
A hint of sadness flickers across Xiaoguang's face, but she quickly pushes it down, replacing it with that polite, well-behaved smile of hers, as like nothing ever happened. I'm pretty sure that is a very practiced look.
Anyway, thank you, both of you, for worrying about me.
You know, Xiaoguang, you don't have to be so considerate all the time. It's okay to feel bothered, to get upset. If I were in your shoes, I'd be hurt too. It's totally normal, really. Everyone feels that way sometimes. So, don't keep blaming yourself, okay?
Thank you, really. I get it. Don't worry, I'm okay.
Alright. Shifu also asked us to do something else. A little test for you, actually. She just wants to make sure your memory's still doing fine. Just answer whatever feels right, okay?
Uh-huh? A test? Alright then.
I don't know everything you two have been through, so I'll let you do the asking. Just 3 questions will be enough.
Okay. Yeah, the reason that she doesn't want us looking into the diary is because it would reveal the gaps in her memory, most likely.
Alright, first question. What did we have back at Yamchasin?
The Moonbell Osmanthus cakes, made with the very first golden blossoms picked this morning. Soft, sweet, and melt right in your mouth. They go perfectly with tea. I also asked you if memories are like tea leaves that fall to the bottom of the cup, so deep that they never surface again.
Go ahead.
I think she wrote down things to make sure she doesn't forget. Or basically like you copy and paste things. Just in her case, she needs to write it down. Also, the way she spoke there.
Well practiced.
Not only that, I feel like there was kind of something she have heard before, or I think that's what she wrote down, and then she had read it to remember. So
it's like cramming before a test. She's likely going to slip up at one point, though.
And you told me that memories aren't reflections in a teacup, and that the tea leaves can still float back up if something stirs them one day.
Looks like you got the first one right. So let's move on to question 2.
Again, I think that's also the another purpose. I think that is a multi-purpose thing. For if she reads it, she can help joggle her mind a bit.
Yeah.
During that night by the fire, we watched the stars and talked about the silly stuff that happened recently. What story did you share?
I talked about how I didn't bring enough money when I left Yunquei Summit and almost ended up going to that pawn shop in town. I thought there was nothing left worth keeping except the Qingming sword.
Right again! Now on to the final question.
Wait. So what else would you sew? Not your clothes, I hope.
Hopefully not.
That'd be concerning.
Last question. What do you like being called the most?
That's an easy one.
Isn't this question a bit too sudden?
I know the answer to this one. It's that.
Oh wait, it's a different
You
nickname.
know, that.
Senior?
Wow.
No, it's this, yeah.
The wind totally drowned you out. Didn't really hear you. Mind saying that a bit louder?
It's Senior. Aw, you're teasing me again.
Perfect. Seems like your memory's just fine. That really puts my mind at ease.
Okay, to be honest, this last one was a bit of a softball.
It's getting late, so I'll head out first. You two get some rest, alright?
After Zhu Fufu says her goodbye, she leaves the room. Now it's only you and Yeshu Guang, and somehow the air feels a little different. Just as you're about to come up with an excuse to head back to your room, Xiao Guang calls out to you. I haven't had the chance to thank you properly yet. Thanks for having my back at the meeting. You're welcome. Couldn't really do much either. Thanks to you, I found the courage to say I want to join the investigation out loud. For me, this is already a huge step forward. I sound pretty useless, right? Don't talk about yourself like that. You're already doing great. I know that Shifu and everyone at Yunquei Summit actually care about me a lot. But I can't help but feel they're treating me like I'm a glass that will break at the slightest touch. They carefully wipe me clean, protect me, making sure I wouldn't get even the tiniest scratch. But rather than being protected, I want to stand by everyone's side. It's a pretty selfish way of thinking, isn't it? Everyone's just trying to help me. Sorry for the rant. It's alright. You can talk to me about anything anytime. Alright, thank you. Oh yeah, haven't you been practicing Yunquei Summit techniques lately? If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll guide you through it step by step. I didn't realize it was this late already. Well, I won't take up any more of your time then. See you tomorrow? Yep, see you tomorrow. Xiao Guang waves energetically at you, her smile looking especially gentle in the moonlight. After saying goodbye to Xiao Guang, you head back to your room to rest. The night sky seems especially peaceful and beautiful. Also, these things.
Yeah, I saw them as well. I would say that is a smart thing, for that does... it's not a perfect counter countering these side effects, but it's something.
Yeah, it helps reinforce her memories.
Yeah.
After a busy day, you quickly drift into sweet dreams. Then, while deep in sleep, you suddenly hear someone calling my name. In the end, you reluctantly drag yourself out of bed. The descriptions here are flipping a bit between third and first person. Might just be a translation error.
Late. Who in the world would come looking for me now? Did I really see that? That shadowy figure? Was it just my imagination? Whatever. I'll just follow it and see what's going on.
Totally totally won't lead you getting stabbed in an alleyway.
There's nothing here. This is Swabian Temple. No evil spirit would dare show up here. It's probably just a thief. Oh, there's a cat over there. I'll go take a look.
Immediately distracted by Kitty.
I've had a
There it's you, little chunk.
Was this a low screen or did we...
This is the chubby orange cat that Xiaoguang saved when I first met her. Seems like this little one saw something. Behind me. You can sense it. There's definitely something lurking behind you.
Is someone there?
Junior. Finally, we meet again.
Wait, I know you.
Surprised? Thought I was your sweet, well-behaved senior? Too bad. The one standing here now is a beast who just wants to survive. I've been waiting for you for such a long time, my dear Junior.
Okay.
Yay!
You're the one that appeared after she used the Qingming sword, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Your memory's sharp.
And I just noticed something. Look at the top of her head.
Yeah, there's something else up there.
That looks like a horn. One that's only partially formed. Okay, so how much of you is Xiaoguang and how much of you is whatever's inside the swords? I guess for now we could call you Qing?
That's
Qing?
right. I am your senior, Ye Shengguang, through and through.
Could it be? You're a split personality?
If that makes it easier for you, feel free to think of me as such. I'm the one she hides under that perfect obedient mask. The one she refuses to admit exists, but can't erase her other half.
Her shadow.
If she's the light, then I'm her shadow. If she's the saint high above, then I'm the one crawling through the dirt. She's willing to use that sword, that cursed power, to save everyone, to play the hero. Funny. But me? I just want to live. How can you save others when you can't even save yourself? It's all just a story people make up to feel moved by their own sacrifice. The stupidest lie ever told.
I can't agree with that. Xiaoguang's wish to help others isn't some kind of fake sentiment. It's genuine.
You're really protective of her, aren't you? I like it. No wonder she thinks you're so special. But let me tell you something. Every chosen heir of the Qingming sword is expected to become a hero. And yet, people are selfish by nature. Behind every noble reason hides an ugly truth. People want heroes. They raise their banners high, but all they really want is someone else to take the fall. A shield to stand in front of them. Someone to die in their place. But when that hero burns out, when she's spent everything she has, what then? Oh, they'll build a monument, offer flowers, shed a few pretty tears, write poems about her glory. And then they'll wait for the next fool to pick up the sword, to become the new hero. No one ever cares about the person beneath that title, the one who bleeds, who trembles, who cries. So tell me, if one day that hero stood before everyone and said, "It hurts, I can't do this anymore, I just want to live," what do you think would happen?
I don't know. But
Everyone has the right to make their own choice.
I like your honesty.
Yeshwungang before you suddenly leans in, her breath warm against her ear.
The truth is, from the moment that sword chose me, I knew exactly what I wanted. To be anything but a hero. I refuse to die before the world does.
Well, guess we ought to found our antagonist for this chapter.
Oh.
Yes, Wungwang's fingertips brush lightly against your cheek, bringing a slight chill. With a half smile, she gives you a teasing look, her lips curved in that sly, knowing way.
Oh, did I scare you? Don't worry. I just needed some air. She'll be back very soon. How about I let you in on a little secret? This outfit? I picked it out for her. Pretty, isn't it? Ah, looks like it's about time. She's waking up. Guess we'll talk again soon.
How do you switch outfits that quickly then?
Wait, I still have tons of questions to ask you.
Before you can finish your sentence, it's as if the white-haired Xiaoguang suddenly shuts down, her eyes fluttering shut. A moment later, the familiar Xiaoguang finally returns.
Belle? What happened to me?
Okay. Well, a few questions. First off, is she aware of this or completely oblivious to it? Also, I guess we can just explain the quick outfit swap and the hair change as a Qingming bullshit.
Oh dear.
Also, hello, Knight. How are you doing? Let's see. You made it far this far into the story. I see. Nice. Hey, how are you both doing? Doing pretty well. I'm not looking forward to the dentist tomorrow, because, well, cavities. But at least they're not painful every day. They're more like sensitive. So I'm not even sure if anything might need to be drilled.
Yeah, I'm fine as well. I've been calm this so far, and hopefully you do not need drilling or filling. Depends on the size of cavity. For some can actually repair themselves. Some you may have a permanent cavity, but may not be too bad depending on the size. It's only become a problem when the cavity becomes too big.
Yeah. Let's see. Knight, I'll be lurking in hell currently. Okay. Let's see. Wait, I could have sworn I just fell asleep. Am I dreaming? Junior, you're here too? Xiaoguang, do you sleepwalk? Sleepwalk? I don't think so. So sleepy. I should head back and get some rest. Otherwise, I'll have some major dark circles under my eyes tomorrow morning. Night, night, little Junior. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if that shadow, I think we can simply name her, maybe her suppressed feelings being amplified by the swords.
Perhaps.
Tonight, I shall come to stream when you reach the end of the chapter, since her character is really interesting to talk about. Yeah, AC broken, the average temp here is 44 degrees Celsius, so I'm being baked like a potato. Okay, yeah, understandable.
Yeah. Most people will not survive that. Or at least will get sick.
Yeah.
At least for us who live in countries that are not used to that kind of temperature.
Let's see. Looks like Xiaoguang doesn't remember her other self. Generally speaking, shouldn't we avoid provoking her in a situation like this? Otherwise things might get messy. I should talk to Senior Fufu about this tomorrow. After all that running around, you quickly drift off to sleep. And there's Fufu, and...
Yeah.
Hello there.
I think I did miss a bit dialogue due to I was reading chat. What did you say before you ended the dialogue and went to bed?
Nothing too much, just that we're going to talk to Fufu about this.
No, I
Because-
meant like, what did she say, like, before you went to bed? Like, I should head to bed, see you tomorrow, or something like that?
Just that she should go sleep herself, otherwise she'll end up with dark circles under her eyes.
Ah, okay.
Let's see. Now, our expected high of a temp is 47 degrees C. Let's see,
Oh,
Sprout.
bloody.
Bored. I'm so bored. When I can go play with Master again? Xiaoguang's been kind of busy lately. You'll have to wait a little longer. I'm gonna go mushrooms at this rate. In that case, hey, you, that soft and bouncy bamboo. Are you talking to me? That's right, I'm talking to you. Let's duel. Masterful swordship can only grow through constant real combat, right? If I keep growing, one day I'll become a sword master as awesome as Master. But I don't want to become a swordsman or duel. Unless you've got Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Then let's duel. I'm not listening. Draw your sword already. This isn't the place for a duel. As long as there's a battlefield in your heart, you can duel anywhere. But if we fight here, we'll wreck everything. That's right, Xiaoguang will get angry. Upon hearing its master's name, Sprout's fierce demeanor instantly vanished, and its cheeks puffed up like a pufferfish. Master would never be mad at me. I'm Master's favorite, best bamboo. You're a good little one, right? Good bamboo don't break things. After hearing the praise, Sprout's puffy cheeks finally deflated again slowly. It sluggishly made its way over, gently nuzzling your hand with its round head. Well, since you put it that way, I'll be good. If I can't duel, watching past recordings can still improve my skills. Look, did you see my unifying blade just now? How cool was that? Hey, did you almost slip just then? Don't look at that part. Turn it off. Turn it off. I'm guessing it projected that recording on its face. Sprout's cheeks puffed up like a pufferfish in distress. The air around was filled with cheerful energy.
I would say training is important to not every single day. Like, there's a reason we have vacations, weekends, and all that. Since doing the same thing every single day is not good for the body and not good for your mind.
Yeah. What's going on? You look like you've got something on your mind. About Xiaoguang, I wanted to ask you. Oh, it's about Xiaoguang. Go ahead and ask. I'll answer to the best of my ability. Does Xiaoguang sleepwalk a lot? Sleepwalk? No way! Xiaoguang is usually so quiet when she sleeps. I've never seen her sleepwalk before. But with everything that's been going down lately, she must be under a lot of pressure too. If something's happened, it should just be temporary. Could it be the Qingming sword that gets her attention? You've got a point. If the Qingming sword is behind this, then we've got a serious problem on our hands. Just to be safe, I better check with Shifu. I'll let you know what she says. Senior Fufu rushes back to her room to contact Yishuan Shifu. Just as you were about to look for Xiaoguang, a commotion erupts at the entrance of Subian Temple. Okay, it could be because she's been hiding her memory issues that the other symptoms have shown up
Hello again,
a lot more
everyone.
suddenly.
Remember me? I'm Jill from Krampus Compliance Authority. Yup, that Judgment Division of Tops. The one that makes all the bad guys run for cover. And this lovely young lady must be the rising star of Youngkoi Summit.
Okay,
Wait,
I
what?
thought she was pausing dramatically there.
The current keeper of the Qingming sword herself. We've never really had the chance to properly get acquainted, have we?
Hello. I'm Yashunguang. It's nice to meet you, Miss Zhao from Krampus.
Honestly, the honor's all mine. Finally meeting the legend herself? In person? You know, there are people out there secretly placing bets that you'll become new Eridu's next Void Hunter. They're saying stuff like, she'll be the one to restore Yunkoi Summit's former glory and all that.
What? Oh, I'm not that amazing. I just...
Oh, no need to be modest. For someone as gifted and talented as you, someone who turns heads just by walking in the crowd, being too modest could be considered arrogance.
Yeah, what are you doing here, Zhao? Are you just trying to push her buttons or something?
Please don't say things like that.
I'm kidding. Don't take it too seriously. Still, you're the chosen one, aren't you? And we also have Miss Belle here. Lovely to see you again, too.
Is it just me? Or does Miss Zhao seem kinda different today?
Yeah, she's playing up the cute side a bit, I think.
Aw, looks like you're still getting to know me. My attitude always depends on the relationship, you know. Like today, I came all the way here with a bunch of carefully chosen gifts just to see you guys. But aside from these little goodies, I also brought something you'll definitely want.
Okay, I only just noticed the bow she was holding with the gifts underneath.
Information about Mr. Ye Shuyan.
You mean my brother?
Uh-huh. So, tell me, don't I make a pretty great guest?
You said you have news about my brother? Wait, do you actually know where he is?
Don't get all worked up, Missy. Rushing won't get you anywhere. But your instincts are spot on. I do happen to have a lead on your brother's whereabouts.
Where is he? Please tell me.
Well, that's not very professional of you. In our line of work, it all comes down to equal exchange. I give you what you want, and you give me what I want. Fair, efficient, and perfectly transparent. Barging in and asking for something before offering a trade? That's some questionable manners, don't you think?
Okay, what do you want in exchange then, Zhao?
Yeah. Wait, before you continue. Remember what you said, and remember the swords.
Let's see.
I'm sorry.
I think you call them double-edged true and them having a price. And I think like what you said is probably how you need to approach to those damn swords.
Yeah.
She's just really worried. It's her brother we're talking about. So, what's your condition? What do you want from us?
Now we're talking, Proxy. A new unknown area has appeared in Lemnian Hollow, and I'm heading there to investigate. That's why I'm here.
Okay, and you have some info on him likely being there and wanting us as either distractions or meat shields.
An unknown area.
Correct. And to sweeten the deal, I'll throw in a bonus. According to the latest observation data, the area covered by Lemnian Hollow has expanded by approximately 0.002%, accompanied by abnormal miasma activity. This occurred right after your battle with Ye Shuyan ended. So, my theory is that there's some kind of abnormal miasma in that newly emerged unknown area, which is causing Lemnian Hollow to expand. I need your help investigating it.
But why me? If you need help from a proxy, I get that, but what can I do for you?
Because you're the current keeper of the Qingming sword. And I've heard a few interesting tidbits from Dylan, like how the Qingming sword reacts oddly near the hollow steps, and how it was the sword's power that ultimately saved Yeshu Yuan. Also, did those white flowers that appeared in Wi-Fi cause a strange reaction from the sword? Like some sort of resonance?
That's right. The Qingming sword started trembling when we came into contact with those flowers. Wait, how did you know?
I suspect that Krampus has quite a few eyes and ears all over the place.
I'm just connecting the dots on what we know so far. If my guess is right, the power of that sword, this new area, and the entire Lemnian Hollow are all connected somehow. And those strange white flowers may just be related to the abnormal miasma causing this expansion. So, I need you, Missy, and our brilliant proxy friend here to join me. Of course, as payment, I'll give you the exact coordinates where your brother was last seen. I spotted him right at the edge of that new area.
Wait, you personally spotted him, or did someone working for you spot him?
All right, I'll do it.
That's a decisive answer. What about you, Proxy?
I want to say yes, but Xiaoguang's health. Yixuan Shifu warned us more than once not to let her get near anything that could trigger the Qingming sword again.
I'm fine, Junior. You tested me before, remember? My memory's perfectly normal. I've already asked Senior Fufu and the others. None of them have found any trace of my brother. This might just be my best shot.
I understand where you're coming from, but this is too risky. I need to think it over. Miss Zhao, what if it's me and a few other Yunquei Summit disciples who go with you instead of Xiaoguang?
Not an option. Observing the connection between that hollow area and the Qingming sword is part of my research. My terms are non-negotiable.
Of course. What does Krampus really want with the swords? Do they want to obtain it for themselves or something?
Looks like you two aren't exactly on the same page yet. That's all right. I'm patient. I can wait. And don't worry, I never force a deal. So, if you decide you do want to work with me, come and find me at the cable car station. I'll be waiting there for your good news.
Maybe not forcing a deal, but very much nudging and pushing a bit towards it, huh?
Proxy, you're smart, I can tell. I'm sure you'll make the most reasonable choice.
Zhao turns to leave, but before walking out, she shoots you a knowing look. Before you can figure out what that means, Yes Wang speaks up, her voice tight with urgency.
I know you still have concerns, but this lead means everything to me. Don't worry, if Yixuan Shifu finds out and punishes us, I'll take full responsibility. Please, I need this.
I don't care if I get punished. What matters to me is your health condition. We know too little about the Qingming sword. We can't take blind risks.
The only way we can actually learn more about this is to take blind risks, sadly enough.
You know, before my brother left, I think I heard him say something. He said he'd save me. So I think maybe that's why he left without telling anyone why. Maybe it's because of me. But here I am, pretending nothing happened. Stuck here in safety, waiting, praying, doing nothing. I don't want to be the fragile doll hiding in a glass house everyone keeps locked away anymore. I want to give something back, to use my strength to protect the people who've always protected me. I want to return the warmth and love I've received with my own hands.
All right. If you've already made up your mind, I'll respect that. You have my word. We'll go.
Thank you. Really. Thank you. To be honest, I've been meaning to tell you that you're really special to me. Maybe it's the sword, but everyone, my brother and all the people at Yunquai Summit, they all treat me like I'm made of glass. I know they mean well, but it makes me feel guilty and trapped. But you listen to me. You stand up for me. You make me feel respected, even when everyone else thinks I'm being reckless. That means more to me than I can ever say.
No need to thank me, but promise me one thing. Whatever happens in the Hollow, promise me you'll put your own safety first.
I promise.
And about what you said, that you don't want to be the one who always needs protecting. Honestly, I've never thought of myself as your protector. You're way too strong for that, Senior. I'm just accompanying you, that's all. No matter what you decide to do, just know that I'll be by your side. That's a promise. Will you promise me that too? So whenever I look over, I know you'll be there?
Yes, I promise. Whenever we turn around, whenever we look over our shoulders, we'll always see each other there. Pinky promise.
Once again, Xiao Guang holds out her pinky. Only this time she doesn't hesitate at all. Her eyes sparkle, her fingertip warm and firm. You hook your pinky with hers. This promise now looks more solemn than a vow. Then let's go find Miss Zhao right now. But something feels off. The fact that Miss Zhao, who, well, is affiliated with Krampus, was the one to bring news of Lemnian Hollow's abnormal expansion. Would Krampus, or rather would Tops, really care that much about Phalum Heights? Miss Zhao might be hiding something from us. Maybe Miss Zhao simply is more well-informed? I think she's hiding something. Is that so? Come to think of it, I heard from Dylan and Banyue Shifu earlier that Miss Zhao seems to be on some important mission. Could that mission be related to the expansion of the Lemnian Hollow? But that's just my guess. I'll try to ask Miss Zhao about it when I get the chance. I remember Miss Zhao said earlier we'd meet up near the cable car station. Let's head over right now.
I guess Krampus wants some organization and all that, everything between order. Since they do go after other companies that gone way over what's acceptable in the highest tops concerns, when it actually becomes a problem for everyone and all that.
Yeah.
Or it's actually... Yeah, the greed is way too self-harming. That it's not just the companies, but everyone will be affected. They will interfere. Like, it has gone too far off. This is beyond one simple backstabbing. You're actually doing extreme amount of harm.
Yeah, there's also the fact that this is the only place where porcelain is manufactured, and if the Hollow were to expand over this area, it would probably, it would probably ruin a lot of things for the workers and just shut everything down. Like, things are already in disarray from both of the old heads having been taken out.
Yeah, also, here's another thing, Captain, that you just mentioned. I think you did not realize we just said there. This may be the only place they find that mineral.
Yeah.
So, if it gets taken over, the military will suffer. Like, they lose the resource they need to fight it, basically.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be impossible, but it will be a massive setback for Tops, Eridu, everyone will suffer from it. Hence, Krampus are there. Like, they may be serving corporations, but they think that make sure the corporations don't go way too haywire. And if they were to lose this area, that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah, it would be a loss for the entire, what would be the words? Conglomerates? So, Yeah, they need to interfere themselves actively to well, keep this place running.
Indeed, like make sure that no one's greed becomes too much for. The only thing that
Yeah.
happened when people were getting greedy, that's when crimes go inside, and that's why we understand and go, stop that.
Yeah.
Just you're going too far.
Well, at least once it starts hurting the companies themselves and such, that is when they give a damn. But, like, lesser stuff, I'm presuming they are probably aware of, but maybe overlooking in case of more, well, actively harmful cases, like Porcelumix.
Yeah, and again, things that would affect the companies and everything else. Like, again, if something was to, I would not be surprised if they would interfere with something that would that could destroy half the city or something.
Yeah, that would definitely harm the companies as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. Though it's not visible yet, something is definitely changing inside Lemnian Hollow. You mean about the Hollow getting bigger? Yeah. Our eyes might lie to us, but data never does. I've got this feeling that something big is on the horizon. However, before that...
I knew it! You came after all. I just knew you'd make the right choice.
Yeah, you load this rat trap with plenty of cheese to lure in.
Before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
Go on.
You said you wanted to investigate because you detected signs of the Hollow expanding. But you're from Tops, aren't you? I mean, would Tops really care about what happens to Phylum Heights? No matter what goes wrong here, it wouldn't really affect you, would it?
It's only natural you'd think that way, Missy. The moment you learned I work for Tops, you'd start assuming that everything I do is for their benefit. And honestly, that's not entirely wrong. But like I said before, I'm with Krampus Compliance Authority. Krampus does operate under Tops, sure. But our duty is to audit, judge, and enforce the rules. Those useless clowns Tops sent to Phylum Heights before were our judgment targets. So please, don't lump me in with them.
Yeah,
Besides,
also we should
the bigger an organization gets, the messier its internal politics become.
Yeah, we should remember Krampus is basically the one that tries to make sure they stay within the laws as such.
Or even if it's their own laws. Yeah, they grease the squeaky wheels, and if a cog isn't working along with the rest of the system, they excise it.
So what you're saying is...
Don't forget, Krampus is the one managing Phylum Heights now. No matter what happens, I have to take responsibility for my work.
That as well, yeah.
Like I told you before, in this world, everything comes down to one thing. Equivalent exchange. We've taken so much from Phylum Heights. It's only fair we take responsibility for protecting it, too. Smart people don't take without giving back. In contrast, Yunhui Summit's shining prodigy and current keeper of the Qingming Sword, dear Miss Ye Shunguang here, seems to have a much more honest reason for joining the investigation. All for her brother, right? Oh my! Who would have thought? Turns out a Tops businesswoman like me cares more about Phylum Heights than Yunhui Summit does.
Of course we care about Phylum Heights. But at the moment, the only sign of hollow expansion comes from your readings. Besides, most hollows grow at a gradual pace. That doesn't prove anything yet.
You've done your research, I see. But according to my data, Lemnian Hollow's expansion rate is way beyond normal.
Okay. Also a new bit of lore there that all hollows are gradually inching bigger and bigger.
Yeah, but we do know...
We won't know the truth
sorry.
until we go in and take a look ourselves.
we know you can make them shrink. Just
Yeah.
that requires a lot of manpower, or solar power in this case, I guess you could say. Like,
Don't worry.
it's not
Once
easy.
you're inside, I'll point out to you exactly where I last saw Mr. Yuen. So, let me summarize the main mission objectives once more. Enter the mysterious new area in Hillyan Hollow. Investigate the expansion and the abnormal miasma activity, and determine the cause.
I'm guessing the way that quote-unquote new areas can appear in hollows is that the space inside folds in a new way to just reveal something that wasn't accessible before.
To achieve this, I'll need the help of the most skilled proxy in New Eridu to guide my way. I'll also need the Qingming Sword's keeper to use the blade and resonate with the white flowers, so I can figure out the relationship with the miasma's abnormal behavior. No time to waste. Let's head out now.
Oh, I think I just realized something potentially with the flowers. Because we know they can extract miasma from the area, but isn't miasma a form of ether? And with how much ether is used to power pretty much everything in New Eridu, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a reasonable amount of ether in the air, or ether vapors in the air or something, just about anywhere where it's being used or something.
Possible, and if those flowers decide to exhale, metaphorically,
Yeah.
when a hollow expands towards it, it's just gonna give a massive boost, possibly, or boost up whatever new hollow forms there.
Yeah. Oh, right, Miss Zhao. This operation was something my junior and I decided to do in secret, without telling anyone. If possible, I hope you can keep this between us? Chill out, I'm not an idiot. I'll do whatever works best for me. Telling Yunghui Summit about your business won't do me any favors. I have only one objective: to investigate the expansion of the Lemnian Hollow and the abnormal miasma within. And about you, Proxy, I knew you can enter the Hollow through that little bamboo of yours to complete your proxy work. But this new area in the Lemnian Hollow is quite special. It's practically a no man's land. If you don't personally come with us, we probably won't be able to find our way forwards. I know, don't worry, I'll head into the Hollow. Good. You know, this is more and more starting to feel like she's luring us into an ambush of sorts. Like, why does she need to handle this personally?
Yeah.
As for the issue of your safety, with the keeper of the Qingming Sword and me by your side, you shouldn't have much to worry about. If you're ready, let's head out. Let's go now.
Also, how do we feel like if you put Krampus, or the concept of Krampus, in a universe like Robocop, maybe Robocop universe would be better, or at least somewhat better.
That's exactly why OCP does not have anything like Krampus.
But yeah, I feel like Krampus is there to make sure there is something holding the company's back from going
I checked around
too
a bit.
nuts.
This place used to be an old porcelain mine. It's where they used to process lumite ore. If we keep going forward, we'll probably reach the main mining area.
What was that, like some sort of lumite volcano or something? Oh, hello there. Yes, Guang suddenly stops and looks at the Qingming sword case.
That's strange. Did the Qingming sword just move? Or was it just my imagination?
Yeah, it's definitely reacting to him, huh?
What's wrong? Did the sword react to something? It's not affecting you, is it? Maybe we should go back for now and double check.
Don't worry. I just felt like the sword resonated with some kind of energy here.
Looks like the sword really is connected to this area somehow.
Abnormal miasma detected in this area.
Hello, Fairy.
Something's definitely wrong. The miasma around here feels different from what we've seen before.
You mean the miasma here feels unusually thick?
It's not about the concentration of the miasma, but it's giving off an unsettling feeling.
Typically, miasma has been giving a good feeling, like feeding people good memories, in most cases, to lure them in. If this miasma is giving off the opposite...
I just realized something.
No.
The sword takes away memory.
Yeah.
The miasma makes you remember
Floods
things.
It feeds you old memories. There's definitely a connection between the sword and the miasma, most likely.
Yeah.
Oscar has changed position yet again.
According to my previous investigation, this area is an abandoned mining site that was shut down a long time ago. Before you defeated that creature controlled by the creator, there wasn't even an entrance here. Clearly, this is an area lost to time. A no man's land.
Okay.
Okay then, that's enough intel sharing for now. Your brother's last known location is that way, and I've sent you the exact coordinates.
You do know that the way you say that reveals that you have more to share, right?
The sector I'm investigating lies in the opposite direction, so we'll split up for now. We can meet up again once you finish investigating Hillyan's trail.
That doesn't make sense because there's only one proxy here, and well, you kind of need me to get around, so...
We're not going together? Based on what Junior Bell said, this place sounds dangerous. It'd be safer to stick close.
Actually, could it be that you are... Why do I get the feeling that she's been contacted by Yihon for this? What is her deal with potentially working with him then?
According to the principle of equivalent exchange, I give you leads on Hillyan, and you help me with my investigation. Nowhere in our deal does it say I have to babysit your investigation. Or are you trying to get me to work for free, Missy?
No, that's not what I mean.
You've got it wrong. Xiaogong is just worried about your safety. Sticking together is definitely safer, given how strange this area is.
Well then, you don't have to worry about me. I am Krampus's most successful judge, the only one without a single failed mission on her record, and the holder of the title, the Unbeaten Legend. You two should probably focus on yourselves. Go handle your mission, and we'll meet up at the dock later. Just don't keep me waiting too long.
I think it might turn out the other way. Zhao doesn't give you a chance to stop her and leaves before you can say anything.
Since she's so capable, I guess she'll be fine, right? Okay then, let's follow the coordinates and start from the warehouse. The warehouse is right over there. Let's hurry up.
And yeah, I presume this is not the Qingming sword itself that she's wielding, but just another sword. Let's see. While not in the Enlightened Mind state, Yeshuangguang can accumulate Qingming Sword Force with 6 points of Qingming Sword Force, and while not in Enlightened Mind state, hold attack or press switch to switch in from off-field and launch entry skill Illuminating Darkness, entering the Enlightened Mind state and activating Ether Veiled Verdict. In the Enlightened Mind state, Yeshuangguang can use stronger skills. Okay.
This place feels so dangerous. Why would my brother ever come here?
He must have had his reasons. Once we find him, we'll know for sure.
Guess I'll just have to ask him myself when we meet.
Let's head out. This way.
Wait, am I seeing...
A bamboo?
Miasma anomaly.
Hello.
It's increasing.
Can't believe there's an active bamboo in the snowman's land.
Which means that, well, this is not no man's land. This is someone's land.
It's just like Miss Zhao said. Let's follow it.
Don't worry, I'll make this quick. I see end.
Okay.
That bamboo must have gone inside the warehouse. Let's go in.
Alright, yeah, a bit of story and gameplay separation here. Oh, so there's another bamboo over there. Oop.
Where did that bamboo go?
Yep, there.
Over there.
It's the little sounds they make as they run. I need to find a way to deal with this obstacle. Wait, I sense some tracks of miasma on this thing. Or traces. If it's miasma, maybe I could use those Yunquei summit techniques? I've practiced this for so long. Now I finally have a chance to use them. If I tweak those techniques a bit... The revelation technique, retrace ability. Oh, okay, just rewind time. Okay, aim your crosshair on a corrupted object and hold to remove the miasma's influence and alter the state of the corrupted object. While this ability is active, normal interactions will be disabled. Okay.
Wow, you just picked up a new perception technique on your own? That's amazing.
I thought
I
it
knew
was.
you were gifted. Give it time and you'll be one of the best and brightest of Yunquei Summit.
I thought it was supposed to be Zhao Guang doing that. Hello there.
Alert. Unidentified bamboo detected ahead. Model unknown. Not listed in any new Eridu official databases. Risk advisory. High-level intelligence data construct detected within the target. Its data structure bears partial resemblance to samples in the database, but no full match found. Please proceed with caution.
Okay. What are you? What are you?
Data error detected. Attempting to reorganize data.
Whoa, this little guy can speak the universal language. Is it talking to itself? Or did its language module glitch out?
Let's listen to what it has to say
Seems
first.
kinda weird. Let's listen to what it has to say first.
Reorganizing. Data. Integrating. Hey, friends over there. I can see you. It's nice to meet you. My name is Lockspring.
I think this thing might have a... I think this thing might be a bit like Jiao. It has a forward or presented personality and another half of it that it's hiding.
As you can tell, I'm a bamboo that's a little faulty.
What are you doing all alone in a place like this? Did you get lost?
I must apologize. There's an issue with my memory module, so I'm not even sure why I'm here.
Could it be that you've been stuck here ever since this place got sealed off?
When I first became aware, I was already stuck here. I've been wandering around ever since, but haven't found a way out. I even got caught underground for a while. Luckily, I remember the important things. What I am and why I was created. That's enough to keep my mind in order. I was built by one of the first Void Hunters, Lady Sunbringer herself.
Okay.
As you might know, Lady Sunbringer was the chief executive officer of Marcel Group, the very inventor of all bamboo. I belong to an early series she designed, the High Firepower Combat Bamboo, model number GU0001.
Okay, a bit of text missing there from the spoken.
Sadly, that line was discontinued not long after release due to various issues. After all these these years, most Bangu of my model have been scrapped.
So that could mean that you've been in here for at least 10 years, potentially more, because I presume Bangbu have been around since before the fall of the old capital. So could be 20, 30 years maybe or something.
Perhaps. I'm the last of my models still operating in New Eridu.
Okay, they're at least aware of New Eridu, so maybe not stuck for that long.
High firepower combat Bangbu. But lots of Bangbu can help in combat these days, right?
That's true, but I'm not quite the same. Simply put, my firepower was several magnitudes higher. But don't be fooled by how I look now. I was quite formidable in my prime. But do not worry. My combat module has been non-functional for years. I pose no threat to you.
Yeah, I'm going to be a bit skeptical about that one.
We're not scared or anything. It's just the first time I've heard of this type of Bangbu. I'm kinda curious. What drove Lady Sunbringer to create high firepower combat Bangbu in the first place?
Every Bangbu she made was designed with a purpose. Some were meant to share the burden of human labor. Others, to bring warmth and company. Lady Sunbringer loved humanity.
Yep.
More than anything ever could.
Filter fail.
That's why every Bangbu, no matter the appearance, was made to serve mankind.
Or was that intentional maybe?
And for us, the high firepower combat series, that mission, hard-coded deep within our core, is simple and absolute. To protect humanity. I was born to protect. But now, I've lost all the means I once had to fulfill that purpose. So I suppose protecting isn't something I can really talk about anymore.
There are other ways of protecting other than through combat.
Perhaps my end should be the same as the others of my kind. Buried in some cold scrapyard. Quietly forgotten.
Don't say that. We'll get you out of the hollow. And once we do, we'll find someone to fix you up.
I know someone on 6th Street who can probably do that.
It's been far too long. I doubt anyone in New Eridu even remembers my model ever existed, let alone how to repair one. Still, thank you for saying that.
Your model sounds pretty powerful. Why would anyone stop making them?
Sanity issues, maybe?
Perhaps because we were too pricey to maintain. Our failure rate was also much higher than other Bangbu.
Or that.
I'm proof of both. My memory, combat, and even speech modules have all suffered varying degrees of damage. Technically, I should have been scrapped long ago. Yet, somehow, I'm still self-aware.
Could it be that you... Like, we know that even base Bangbu are pretty sentient. Maybe not sapient fully, but at least dipping into it a bit. Could it be that Lockspring here has awakened into a true AI? Like, not to the degree of fairy or such, but still.
Yeah, you mean they may have been successful on the Forbidden Fruit test?
Or at least, I think the test is more to confirm that sapience has been achieved. But they might actually pass that.
But I've got nowhere else to go. So I just wander through these ruins, day after day.
It's okay. You can come with us. We'll take you out of here. Oh, right. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Yesheng Guang, but you can call me Xiao Guang. This is my junior, Belle. We're disciples from Yunquei Summit. We came here looking for my brother and to investigate the anomalies in this area. Right. You mentioned abnormal miasma just now? What did you mean by that?
As a combat Bangbu, I'm quite sensitive to changes in my surroundings. Recently, I've noticed that there have been abnormal changes in the surrounding miasma.
Yeah, it would make sense for a fully combat-focused Bangbu to have more sensitive sensors. Yeah, I think the reason that its parts are more unreliable is probably they have a tendency of overheating. Because they require probably a lot more power.
It
Possible.
seems to cling to a strange type of white flower, even causing it to mutate. Unfortunately, I was attacked by ethereals before I could observe what the flower's mutation looked like.
Mutation?
Normal miasma. Miss Zhao mentioned the same things before. Do you know where we can find these white flowers?
There are plenty of those white flowers nearby. If it's convenient for you, we can head over to that watchtower. It should be the highest point around, and will give us a clear view of the surrounding area.
That's a great idea. Junior, let's head there.
Mutations.
Just as you're about to set off, the Qingming sword suddenly starts acting weirdly again. I can feel it. The power of the Qingming sword seems to be drawn to those specks of light. There's some kind of connection between them. A connection that I can use. I'll give it a try. Blade Flash Mirage ability. When the flying sword marker appears on screen, press that to have Shunguang fly to the target location. This ability becomes unavailable once combat begins. Rotate the camera to switch the selected marker. When the flying sword combo mark appears on screen, will continuously fly towards the location. This flight cannot be interrupted. Okay, so I guess this means that she has actively drawn the swords. Or something.
Yeah, but you're not using its actual power. Its core, basically.
I didn't think the Qingming sword could do something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Maybe it has something to do with the anomalies here? Maybe the sword's power really is connected to this area somehow.
It's also just these duplicates and such, so...
Here's my heart.
So those seem to be created, since they vanished just as likely as that. Okay. Ether turbulence dispersed, nearby cargo trucks revealed, or mini cargo trucks. Okay.
That figure. It's my brother. He really is here.
Wait, over there. Miss Zhao's surrounded by a ton of ethereals.
As expected, there's a ton of those weird white flowers here. Do they all have abnormal miasma clinging to them? Miss Zhao was just chased by a whole bunch of ethereals out of sight. She's all alone. It's too dangerous. But if we go now, what about my brother?
You decide. Whatever you choose, I've got your back.
Thank you. I've decided. I want to help Miss Zhao first. As for my brother, at least now we know he's okay. And besides, you're here with me, right? Together, we'll figure it out. For now, we just can't ignore a friend in danger.
Friend might be a bit much, but yes, let's stop rabbit season.
I knew you'd say that. Let's move. Miss Zhao's surrounded, so we'd better help her eliminate some ethereals.
Okay.
Don't worry. You made the right call.
Also, if the flow mutates... Oh, are we gonna have a situation with the Exaltis did with their boxes?
Could be.
Just more advanced version of it?
After consuming decibels to activate Ultimate Chasing Storms, enters in Enlightened Mind State, activates Ether Veil Verdict. Press Ultimate button in the Enlightened Mind State to unleash Ultimate Cleaving Heavens, dealing massive honed edge damage to enemies. After using the skill, exit Enlightened Mind and remove its Ether Veil Verdict. Okay.
Looks like trouble.
I'm sensing a weird aura of miasma from it. familiar somehow, but no. Now isn't the time to be thinking about that. Still need to hurry and help Miss Zhao.
Okay, I think Miyabi might be getting a bit jealous if she were to see that. Okay.
Finally!
There we
The
go.
last of them!
No time to waste. We've got to go help Miss Zhao.
There. Okay, we can just climb up there. No need for that. Probably should use the power of the sword as the least amount. Faded pages. First Research Institute researcher hiring announcement. Given the expanded scope of the First Research Institute's new projects, as well as the growing need of hollow exploration and production in the settlements, we aim to recruit 3 people as researchers and research assistants. Research fields, material science, theory and applications, advanced computing technologies, and AI framework theory. Job duties: assist Lady Sunbringer and the core project team in completing their research tasks. Requirements: a solid theoretical foundation and academic background related to the chosen research field, no criminal records. Applicants with a strong aptitude for ether are preferred. Priority consideration for intelligent constructs. Applicants must pass a written exam before moving on to the interview stage. Okay.
Another one of those obstacles. I'm leaving it to you, Junior.
Okay, I would have preferred it if it was said to be.
You've already handled those ethereals.
No, okay, she is certainly combat capable then, huh? Yeah, I think I would have preferred it if during this area it was Xiaoguang doing the techniques instead of Bell or Weiss.
Miss Zhao, are you alright? Are you hurt?
Wait, don't tell me you came here because you were worried about me.
We saw you surrounded by a ton of ethereals from the watchtower. We got so worried we ran straight here.
Yeah, we caught sight of her brother earlier, but Xiaoguang gave up chasing him to come help you instead.
I didn't need rescuing, but fine. Since our original deal was that you'd help me with the investigation, seems you're keeping your word, and I like that. And who's this Bamboo?
Observant.
Oh, this is Luxspring. We met it on the way. It said it's kind of broken, so it's been wandering around here alone.
Hello, Miss Zhao. I'm fairly familiar with this area. Maybe I can be of some use to you. In exchange, I hope you can take me out of this hollow.
A little Bamboo wandering around a place this dangerous alone, huh? That's pretty interesting.
You flatter me. But you're right. I'm not quite like the usual Bamboo. My combat instincts far exceed theirs. Even with my body damaged, my memory core still carries the memory of every battle I fought. That's probably the reason I've managed to survive in a place this dangerous.
That explanation almost sounds too reasonable. Either way, having someone who knows the terrain is useful. Right now, that's our best option. Back to business. I just scouted the area and, as expected, the scent of that abnormal miasma is thick here.
So you also felt it. I was just about to say, these ethereals have this strange miasmic aura about them. It's darker and more sinister than normal miasma. I'm assuming this is what you mentioned before? But the miasma doesn't seem to have a tangible form. I don't think we can clear it out.
Oh, could it be that the Maker fled into this area and is infusing themselves with the miasma for gathering strength or something?
Or modifying it.
I've also been mulling that over. Earlier, I discovered that this abnormal miasma clings to those white flowers.
Right. Luxspring mentioned before that it causes the flowers to mutate.
Mutate.
So, that's what's going on. If this little Bangbu's intel is accurate, perhaps we could find the tangible form of this miasma in those mutated flowers and track down the source of the expansion using what we learn. I have a feeling that this all has something to do with the creator.
Probably.
You mean the creator that Sarah mentioned?
Yep, but that's just my theory. We'll need more proof. Right now, let's just find those mutated flowers. Even without this whole mutation thing, these flowers are pretty odd by themselves.
Yeah, like how the heck did they even get outside of the hollow to begin with? Like some sort of seed pod launches? Or did its vines... Would that even work? Like its vines creeping out of the hollow somehow, but then it'd have to go through kilometers of rock, probably, through the seabeds.
You're right. We've seen them plenty of times deep inside the hollow. But lately, they've begun showing up in Phylum Heights.
In Phylum Heights?
What about Phylum Heights?
Oh, nothing. I mean, it's really strange those flowers would appear in Phylum Heights.
Wait, could it be that there's an undiscovered rift in this area that leads outside into Phylum Heights? Just then a sudden roar interrupts your conversation. Turning around, you find a bunch of ethereals have appeared behind you.
Be careful, everyone!
Here.
Now we get to play as her. Let's see, when Frostbite points are full, switching Zhao into combat will trigger entry skill Burst of Frost. When Zhao activates entry skill, an Ether Veil Wellspring will be activated. When Zhao triggers an EX special attack on their Ether Veil, a Quick Assist will activate. If switched out afterwards, it will automatically change into Basic Attack Final Verdict and begin charging.
These ethereals are all soaked in the stench of abnormal miasma. It looks like the Qingming sword is resonating with them. We should look into this.
Weren't you here to find your brother? What, giving up on him already?
I already know my brother's face. Good enough for me. For now, I have other things to do.
Nope. There's that other Bangbu in the area still.
I'm right here.
Let's see.
Are you okay?
Finish this stupid thing off. That's it.
Leave this to me. You can leave the fuck.
I see edge. Let's head to where the ethereals are coming from. I can feel it.
Let me
The
swap out
Qingming
of...
sword is
Nope.
guiding me.
Okay.
So you're not just some dainty little princess. You're much more capable than I thought.
Thank you.
Wait, is that Miss Carol? What's she doing here?
Nope, this is...
I see. You want to make them descend. I'll do it. As long as they succeed, I'll join you in that audience before then. Now is the most opportune moment. Wouldn't you agree? Even if it means staining my hands with blood, I have to.
Have to what?
That was an illusion formed by miasma? Was that someone you knew?
Could it be that she helped or was helping with the descent to try and protect Bell and Wise or something?
Yes,
Oh.
that was my teacher,
Sorry?
Miss Carol. But why would her illusion appear here?
She said meeting with them.
Yeah, I
I
think
still feel there is.
them
Yeah.
might mean the creator.
Also, it could also be plural.
Yeah.
You have the creator, and possibly what they call the forgotten in this sword, tailless in the other one, if that's even his true name or even has a name.
There are quite a few similar phantoms around here. I've seen several myself. From what I've observed, they're remnants of the people who were once here. Their shapes and voices have been preserved by the miasma in some peculiar way, which allows us to see what's left of them even now.
Yeah, I'm going to presume the creators too, because they haven't assigned a gender to them. Like, it's always been the creator, not like him,
Yeah.
her, or such. So them is the most applicable.
Yeah,
Could be
usually,
plural
I think
as well, yeah.
some of them say he on rare occasion, but it's usually them, yes. Probably them can also be plural.
Yeah.
I've heard miasma can preserve images of people. Looks like it's true after all. There's just no way to tell when that actually happened.
So your teacher has been here before?
I don't really know. I couldn't completely make sense of what she was saying.
And I think we viewed another illusion of her that said mostly the same thing or similar things. So it could be that
Yeah.
these illusions didn't even, or that these conversations that were recorded didn't even happen here specifically.
The one your teacher mentioned must be the creator, right? Seems like she knew about this creator a long, long time ago. And your teacher kinda sounded like Miss Sarah from the Exaltists. She wanted the creator to descend.
Based on everything we've seen so far, the creator's descent would cause a catastrophe. There's no way my teacher would want that. Something's definitely not right here.
Yeah, we're running off a lot of presumptions that what the miasma is showing is actually even what it wanted, what actually happened.
You really believe in your teacher that much? People are the most unpredictable, untrustworthy creatures in the world.
But it could also be that, well, since Belle and Wise were basically Carol's children, if not by blood, that they have a, well, very biased opinion of them and would not want them to be, well, actually be the villain that they are made out to be.
I don't think so. Junior Belle knows her teacher far better than some illusion repeating a few random words.
And there's also just, we have no context with this and such.
Yeah. Again, people
If
on
we can't even
context.
trust the ones closest to us, what else is there that we can put our trust into?
I was say, I think you said this many times during the years streaming. Context is important. When you hear a message out of context, it can be twisted into so many things and misdirected into so many things as well.
Yeah, like you could have someone saying, talking about bees or something, and saying something like, with all these bugs, I just want them all to freaking die. If you cut off the first part, you could basically, well, insinuate that person would want, well, anything else to die. Cats, dogs, other people.
Yeah.
Ourselves. And only ourselves.
Sounds like Zhao might have lived through a few betrayals.
Huh? It's nothing. Anyway, based on the clues, I think we can be certain now. There's an abnormal miasma in Lemnian Hollow that's causing it to expand, and it's connected to the creator. The anomaly you and Dylan felt before was actually a kind of inhale. Like the ocean suddenly retreating before a tsunami hits.
So, that means...
Yeah, there's likely a lot... The Hollow is probably prepping for a big expansion.
It means a terrifying tsunami is coming. Quite possibly the awakening of the creator.
Sorry, I actually meant to ask earlier. This creator you've been talking about, what is it?
Okay, what is it with that eye formation like that?
The creator is the being worshipped by the Exaltists. They treat it like a god, believing it can give them power and create a whole new world. From what we've gathered, this creator is very likely tied to all the abnormal miasma around us.
I see. So you're talking about the same creator I know of.
Oh?
I've also heard stories about the Exaltists. Sadly, I've lost my combat capabilities now. I apologize that I can't be of much help.
Okay, so they've definitely been stuck in here for a while, but not actually that long, it seems, compared to things.
They may have run into them.
You've already been a huge help, though. You're really familiar with the area, you managed to guide us here, and you showed us the tower.
I'm actually unsure who I trust less at the moment, Zhao or Lockspring here. For someone who says that he's been stuck in here for quite a while, he seems rather up to date with things.
Yeah, okay, so far they agree with you that the delusion may be speak about the creator. But due to we not having proper context, it could be in the creator or something else.
Yeah, something similar, something different and opposed to creator, perhaps.
Yeah, like if you look at just straight, right, you may assume too many things. I'm just saying, folks.
Yeah, we need more info.
Yeah, we need info for. We may be if you just look at it and take it word for word, you may take it out of context.
Yeah, we're basically playing game theory here.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. For again, they can simply be referring them as the creator. They're speaking about the creator, but there is also a chance that since it's them, it can be singular or plural. So.
Yeah, there could be creators out there. But yeah, only way we figure that out is if we learn more.
Sorry to interrupt this touching moment, but to prevent the worst from happening, we'd better hurry and find those mutated flowers.
Yeah, time to play gardener.
The Qingming Sword's resonance is growing stronger alongside the presence of abnormal miasma. What we're looking for probably isn't too far ahead.
I'm guessing her brother is looking into the same thing.
I sense strong abnormal miasma. It's very likely that the special white flower we're looking for is right there. So many white flowers here.
Oh, I spotted
the white flowers are turning black?
Watch out!
Okay, Toad and Axeman.
This is the mutation caused by the abnormal miasma. The white flowers completely turned black. They look even more dangerous now.
Forget the flowers. The abnormal miasma on these ethereals is even stronger than before. Let's handle this with caution.
I completely forgot. Just freaking run.
The enemy's up to no good. Be careful.
Oh dear. Yeah. We should figure that out that this new variant of miasma is definitely more potent.
Yeah, and if the flowers are turning black, then they're resembling ethereals more.
Let's hurry up and check those black flowers.
There's more purple and blue. These black flowers are constantly emitting abnormal miasma. You can sense it. Their destructive power is off the charts. Way more intense than any miasma we've ever encountered. If normal people get close to these black flowers, they'll be corrupted before long. It'll wreak havoc on both their bodies and minds. These things are way too dangerous. Even in the hollow, we can't just leave them unchecked. Is there any way to get rid of them? Yes, Shuang, is the Qingming sword reacting now? The Qingming sword has been resonating with something here since earlier. This blade has always been somewhat reactive to abnormal miasma. Wait, if we use the power of the Qingming sword, could we maybe we could clear out all of this miasma? Wait, you can't use the Qingming sword. Before you even finish your sentence, Shuang suddenly froze in her tracks.
She shouldn't be drawing on the Qingming sword's power.
Hello again. Yes, Shuang's eyes sweep over everyone, finally stopping on you with a faint knowing smile.
What's wrong? You look so surprised. It's not like this is our first meeting. My dear Junior.
You're the other Xiaoguang from earlier.
I guess in turn like the hair change and the outfit change, it's likely that this is just to, well, represent to us more obviously that they've changed, but it could be that what Belle and Jiaozi is just how she looks normally, just completely acting differently all of a sudden. Like, we've seen stuff like that before, I think.
I guess there is a visual difference as well.
Yeah, but not as striking as this, I presume, unless they actively are going to mention, or unless they're actively going to react to the differences, like the hair change.
They did mention her appearance change first time she activated her sword's power in the boss fight, that she turned this.
True.
Good. I knew you wouldn't forget me.
Yes, Shuang leans in closer, her cool fingertips brushing gently against your cheek. So close you can almost feel her breath.
I need to find a chance to give you a proper reward.
Then all of a sudden, Yes Shuang freezes, like someone hit pause on her.
No. I said no, and I meant it. If you touch that sword again, we'll both...
I think she might be talking to the original, or who of the two would actually be the original? I think for easy... Yeah, I think for the ease of things, I'll just call this one Qingming, or Qing, and, well, the other that we know more, Xiaoguang. I think they're actively, well, maybe not communicating, but at least...
You win. But we won't do it again.
Wait, are you talking to Xiaoguang?
Let's figure it out.
You could say that. Sometimes I can feel her. Her will is so strong. It's honestly hard to know how to deal with her. But I do what I can to make sure we survive.
Okay. Qing suddenly raises the sword.
Blood as the bond. Soul as the vow. Be gone!
Yeah, that's the actual sword. Okay. After purifying the black flowers, Qing looks drained, a faint weariness on her face. She takes a few steps towards you and suddenly collapses into your arms. You subconsciously reach out and catch her, and realize she has already turned back into her usual self.
That was it.
Sorry for the trouble, everyone.
That girl was your other half? Interesting. Is it because of the Qingming sword?
I'm not completely sure. Maybe it's the Qingming sword, or maybe it's just something about me.
Could it be that the sword seeks out or bonds with those that have suppressed sides to themselves?
Maybe, or someone if you consider using it when it's needed and not too carelessly.
What? You knew she existed? But you...
Sorry. I did know about her, yes. Sometimes I can even sense what she's doing. But that night, she just appeared out of nowhere and acted so strange towards you.
Also, yeah, I don't think anyone who would have like a Jekyll and Hyde situation like that would want to actively discuss it. Like, well, it reveals something deeply personal about you and just is a complete loss of control that people generally do not like to talk about.
Yeah.
Loss of control is something that people typically don't want to talk about or acknowledge.
I didn't know how to explain, so I just pretended I didn't know anything. I'm really, really sorry.
I would say, so acknowledge.
Sorry.
What worries me more is the Qingming sword. She just used its power. How are you feeling? Everything okay?
I have met many people that have acknowledged that when they have been in a situation where they lost control of themselves and such. But if you admit it, they're just uncomfortable to talk in detail about it. They just make it usually clear that they regret it, and they don't want to do it again.
Yeah, like that time that I had Red Bull and got rather agitated.
Yeah, though that one is unless you cut that out on YouTube, but yeah, we have agreed that you should
I am
not
not touching
have it.
Red Bull.
Yeah, and I feel like Red Bull is the thing that the spawnable stereotype of angry gamers and such that later came over the years.
Could
Power,
be,
because sure, it gives them power. But if you drink that, especially at late hours,
or maybe
yeah,
not
you
Red
lose
Bull
control
specifically
of your
only,
temper.
but more just extremely caffeinated energy drinks and such. Because
Yeah.
I believe with what was it again, Monster Energy drink or something? Yeah, those big bottles or big. I don't know what sizes those come in, but basically the ones you typically see. Yeah, that's multiple servings. That's not supposed to be drunk in one go.
yeah.
So it's rather that rather explains how it can get people extremely agitated when you are basically overdosing on caffeine.
Yeah, this means they have lost control. And normally when you just get annoyed, you just continue on. That will be damn thing will amplify it.
Yeah.
In a very negative way.
In the same way that alcohol can just loosen or just completely remove someone's inhibitions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it was my idea too. I thought no matter what, those things had to be purified. She thought it'd be safer if she were the one to do it instead of me. And it's true. She did use the sword's power, but I didn't feel anything at all.
Even so, that's way too dangerous. Don't do this again. You promised me, Xiaoguang. No matter what happens, your safety comes first.
Well, you could say that those things were a threat to her safety, and not just her safety. Everyone's safety here, so...
I know. It's just...
But that's just rules lawyering that I'm doing.
Sorry to interrupt, but I feel like I should remind you. Seems like we're being watched.
Yeah, I felt it too. They're over there.
The sword...
Hello again.
Brother?
I think I see something over there. Did Senior Ye leave it?
I'm kind of curious. Is this actually the Qingming blade, or is it more the other one that's... does it have two different shapes as well?
Yeah, I guess that it's on awakened state.
Could be. Inside is a letter from Senior Yi to Xiaoguang and I. Open the envelope. Dear Xiaoguang and Junior Bell. When you read this letter, please don't try to look for me anymore. I know you came here for my sake, but I'm sorry, I can't face you yet. Especially you, Xiaoguang. Because some darkness, once it clings to you, can never be washed away. I don't want you to be forced to confront a cruel truth before you're ready. But no matter what, you have to understand this. The Qingming sword was never a symbol of glory. It was always a shackle meant to consume you. And you, Belle, my junior, I know you're someone I can trust. That's why I'm leaving my sister in your care. I'm asking you to protect her, to protect the only family I have left. As for me, I'm going after the only hope that can sever these shackles. Until I find that miracle, please forgive me for not being able to see you. Yes, Xiguang. We know that he has a different form as well. Like, could that be similar to what Xiaoguang has, or something else?
Good point.
Hold on a sec, I just realized something. This could just be a coincidence, but the current and the previous wielder of the sword both had siblings. Could that be a requirement?
Also possible.
Do you think Senior Yale left this letter to tell us something? But it feels so vague. Kinda hard to figure out what he really meant.
Yeah, at this point, you're more luring us to keep chasing you, dumbass.
Brother. He's avoiding me. I don't know why he's doing this. There's so much he keeps from me. In his eyes, I'm still that immature kid who needs protecting. But I have grown up. I've gotten stronger. Yet, I'm still not good enough to share everyone's burdens. Sorry. I didn't mean to start rambling about all these heavy things.
If Senior Ye really wanted to disappear for good, we wouldn't have found this letter. The fact that he left clues means he wants to communicate with us, but won't meet us face to face. Maybe there's a reason he has to stay hidden?
Could it be that since he has shifted form like that, he needs to keep his distance from Xiaoguang to avoid her other half coming forth more or taking control or something?
You're right. He must have his reasons.
You really do just trust people that easily, huh?
Door just got blown shut by the wind. Luckily not too loud, I think. I do think one of the hinges needs an oil.
What's wrong with that? Plus, he's not people. He's my brother.
Nothing wrong with that. It's just a common trait of greenhouse flowers.
What's that supposed to?
Be someone worth trusting then.
While you're talking, Lockspring suddenly starts making strange noises.
Reboot. Requesting reboot. Data corrupted. Data corrupted. Data corrupted.
Okay.
Oh no! Looks like Lockspring's gotten worse. Should we get it out for repairs soon?
We've pretty much wrapped up here. It's about time we head out. I got something on the abnormal miasma and the hollow expansion, and you've managed to find some clues about your senior. I'd say this trip's been pretty productive. Too bad none of it is exactly good news, though. Let's go. I'll leave the rest to you, Proxy.
Well, bad news is at least better than not knowing.
Yeah, for you have now something to prepare something from.
Yeah. Okay, because at least after receiving bad news, you can prepare. Let's see, largest comprehensive research center on Lemnian Island, gathering the top talents and most advanced equipment of its time. After the termination of the aerospace project research, make it back to Phalum Heights without a hitch.
As expected of a pro, you're way more efficient than I thought, Proxy. Alright, let's go over what we know so far. Lemnian Hollow is indeed expanding at an unusual rate. Just like I guessed before, it's because of the abnormal miasma inside. Though it has no tangible form, it clings to those white flowers,
mutating them and turning them into black flowers.
Those mutated black flowers spread corruption around it and draw in ethereals. But I can purify them with the Qingming sword.
Correct. You said Phylum Heights had those white flowers too, right? If those also... No, that shouldn't be possible. Theoretically, they can only survive inside the hollow.
Oh, but if the flowers spread enough ether into the air, it might provide the area, or it might provide what is required for the ethereals to at least last for a time.
Wait. Oh no. You remember those boxes with the monsters inside?
Yeah, those have luckily been cleaned out.
What if that was not the only purpose?
Oh, could also be to plant those seeds or something, but
yeah,
I don't think they had those.
Don't you remember how they looked so? Many of them looked so bloated.
Oh, right. Could it be that they were seed? It looked like they had some sort of bags, but could it be that those were seed pods or spore pods or something?
Seed spores, something to make the ground enough, rather
to prepare the ground
fertile for the seeds to grow into.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Before Zhao even finishes speaking, Lockspring lets out more strange noises.
Reboot. Full system reboot requested.
Maybe we should take Lockspring in for repairs first?
Yeah, that's probably our bigger problem right now.
Yeah, at this point I wouldn't be surprised if he explodes or we leave him unattended.
You're coming with us, Miss Zhao? I thought you might head back to Krampus.
Well, this thing has caught our interest.
This little Bangbu knows that area really well. It's worth keeping it with us. Besides, I've got nothing urgent going on. I don't mind tagging along.
Plus, she doesn't want us hiding information from her.
So,
yeah, also,
do you happen to know any shops that fix Bangbu? I'm not even sure where to start.
Something I should point out. There was two different leaders. One leader that sent out the attack on the area, and another leader that got transformed into the crater. However, both had something in common. They both had the hand mark. So there's a chance the creator choose one, like, okay, I need you to do this. Right, you've done your job. Now I need you to do this. It's one of those that they have a you could see a chess piece for different purposes in a very long plan.
Yeah, I thought for a second you were talking about Porcelumex, but no, the Exaltus. Yeah, Isolde was using the Exaltus for her own gains, where Sarah, who inherited the mark after Isolde died, she's been using it for the creator itself. So they were working along, not really alongside each other, but not together also. They were basically working parallel to each other-ish, just with different goals in mind.
Yeah, and I feel like the creator may chosen them for, they feel like this one is perfect for this, you are perfect for this.
Could be.
Like, they did their own goals without realizing, or probably at least the last one was very full aware that the creator had a long-term goal. So it wasn't picky if you were faithful or not, as long as you could do the job, basically.
It could also be that there is a form of randomness with it or something, because what Isolde did hurt the cause of the Exaltist a whole lot more than it actually helped them, since they're not entirely wiped out, but they are extremely weakened now.
Yeah, it is a group of them, but do remember, for this is not a mortal being, so...
Yeah.
But they may be seen as a failure, like, they had many times thought, okay, now they beat them down, they don't realize, oh, it was part of the plan.
Yeah. It could
So
be that
this
it
could
feeds
also
off
be
of the
part of the
deaths of
plan.
people in the hollows. So could be that it's similar to corn. They don't care who dies in the hollow as long as there is death.
You mean as long as the blood flows?
Yeah.
And I feel like the creators basically be the kind that goes almost in like scenes in this weird way, like. Or some between corner scenes. Some basically, I guess they kind of a. I love it when that plans comes together. Problem is they will not share the plan with you.
Or they can
They
just
give
act
you
like that
a nudge.
everything has been going according to plan, even when it totally has not been.
Probably because it's according to whose plan.
Yeah.
For them, for all we know, all this has been according to the creator's plan, which sounds so horrifying to say, since usually you hear cult. We all talk about cult, so. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, this is one of the vacation, but there is actually something that is planning, or at least knows when to use something that will benefit it. Even if it fails, it will have done something that will benefit in the long run.
Yeah.
You may lose the battle, but not the war. This
True, but
mentality,
it
I
could just be
guess.
that it's being opportunistic and is lucky enough to have the opportunities presented to it. Yeah, what I meant earlier is that I think the creator, I think the creator's strength probably is connected to the hollows in some way, and that it does not care as who feeds the hollows as long as the hollows are fed, so to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, time to visit Enzo.
I actually do know someone who's really good at fixing Bamboo. He's not in Phylum Heights, but I can try reaching out.
You really can do anything. Having you around is so reassuring. All right then, I'm counting on you.
Yeah. I like Bell and Vice. Yeah, they have got some power sure now, yes, and they're more active in the field, but they still support, and the biggest power is connection and support.
Yeah. Let's see. Enzo, have you ever heard of high firepower combat Bamboo? I ran into one in the hollow. You mean the discontinued high firepower combat Bamboo? Where? I'll be right there. Right in Phylum Heights, but it seems to be malfunctioning. What a coincidence. I just happened to be in Phylum Heights on business. Lucky. I'm coming over to check it out. Don't you dare go anywhere else. Wait for me. Also, his icon is his hand. Gotta hand him to him. That's a good idea.
Oh, full of.
Don't worry, I won't ask anyone else. So, where should I wait for you? I heard that the Bayun shop in Phylum Heights has some info on these firepower combat Bamboo. Let's meet up there. Okay.
Oh, the heck. But yeah, I think, especially when you talk about it being like the creator, I guess they're one of those beings that are almost a requirement for majority part are very patient.
Yeah.
And they probably have a plan within the plan. Like if one plan fails, it may have done something that helps it in another way.
There we go.
So opportunistic, yes.
Nope. Now I just what would be probably hilarious is like some sort of parody show from the perspective of such a hostile entity, but it just has the absolute shit luck. So it has to spend millennia rolling the figurative dice until finally it wins, but by then it's so fucking sick of everything that it decides, you know what, I'm going back into the void. Fuck you, fleshlings. Hey there, welcome to Buyan. We pride ourselves on honest business here. All our items for sale are rare and precious finds. Feel free to browse around. About high power combat Bamboo. I heard you have some info here? High firepower combat Bamboo. Now that's a real antique name. Might I ask why you want to know about this kind of Bamboo?
Look on the ground.
Yeah. Actually, there's a little Bamboo in front of you is one. But it's broken, I want to fix it. Lockspring being like, what am I, chopped liver? Chopped motherboard? So this black Bamboo is the legendary high firepower combat Bamboo. Not quite what I expected. Did you expect like 6 feet tall, muscular, Wide as a freaking fridge or something.
Wait, hold on. You just gave me a mental image.
As I intended to. Like,
Okay,
the Virgin
take his
Combat
face.
Bang-Boo versus the Chad High Firepower Combat Bang-Boo.
Oh, no. Take this Bang-Boo's head and give it basically Banyu's body, but with the entire suit around it. It will be look kind of funny, but also horrifying due to it will look so. Yeah, you seen Banyu? He's not skinny.
Chad Boo.
Oh dear. Not Doomboo?
Let's see. As you all probably know, this type of Bang-Boo has long been out of production, and information about it can only be found in the original draft of the Bang-Boo Maintenance Manual, which was allegedly compiled by Lady Sunbringer herself. Okay, I guess we might get a bit of more of a hint as to how long he has been in there, because the way he spoke of it, antique, and antique typically applies to anything older than 50 years. But how old is Lady Sunbringer then? Fortunately, we do have that original manuscript in our collection. Since you're here to repair this rare Bang-Boo, our shop will happily lend you the original manuscript. But we're still running a business here, and I'd expect you to offer something in exchange for such a valuable manuscript. Fair. There's no such thing as a free lunch, especially for something so valuable. So, what do you want? Information from deep within Lemnian Hollow. Any kind of info will do. Every story from that place is valuable to me. Of course, we will provide suitable compensation for your services. How did you know we could enter the Lemnian Hollow? Anyone who wants to do business needs at least a basic intelligence network. Isn't that right, Miss Zhao of Krampus? Looks like this isn't just your average shop, huh? I'm good with those terms. What do you think, Belle? I can accept them too. It's a deal then. I'll go get the original manuscript now. Please wait here for a moment. Also, it's not exactly like we're being subtle going into the Hollow since we're using the cable cars. You know, the cable cars?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be so freaking easy just to have a camera hung up on one of the rocks or something with a battery and an antenna, and you can see anyone who goes in or out.
Might work even with a solar panel.
If you're feeling bored, feel free to browse the shop. You won't be disappointed. Nope. Banyuan Store. Explore the unknown. Uncover Banyu's secrets. The Banyuan Store gathers hidden relics from ages past. Explore the Lemnian Hollow to find various collectibles. Complete collection missions. Earn mystery points. Raise your mystery level and claim generous rewards. Okay. Okay, this is someone's joke. That is a piece of paper. You go over it.
Oh yeah, it's a paper eye. Yeah.
Let's see, mystery level 2.
Okay.
Okay.
If someone had carved a horse like that for a short moment until you pointed that out.
Let's see, the Echo. Okay. Yeah, all new stuff for the new exploration area. In a flash, Enzo comes zooming over like a turbo engine. It's taken me so many freaking streams, but I think I finally know or realized something with his name. Enzo Ferrari.
What?
Like a very famous Formula 1 racer, I think. Like, I'm not too locked in with Formula 1 stuff.
I'm wrong person for that.
Let me check.
I'm not into cars at all. What I know about cars is extremely limited.
Let's see. Fuck off with your two. There we go. And Ferrari, Italian racing driver and entrepreneur. So. Okay, so that is a very, very late realization for me. Though I guess to compensate for that, I can add in a bit of Dutch here. Enzo, if you were to split it apart, would be basically mean this and that in Dutch.
It might
So,
be
yeah.
a double reference.
I find it a bit doubtful.
Look at him.
I
And,
don't think
but
he's
what-
supposed to be Dutch or anything. Even with all the
look
orange.
at him and remember what you said.
This and that. Well, he has the mechanical arm, the hammer, and all sorts of tools probably in those pouches.
Yeah, and is it a rather common phrase by people that make things that there's only a little bit and that, you know what I mean.
A little bit of this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, but I think that might be a bit too bit of a deep cut, but if that were to be the case, that would be utterly hilarious.
I think it could be accidental or intentional. Here's the thing. Do that intentionally or make it sound good, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
But doing it and actually make it work, that's actually, when you do able to do that and make it work, that is usually something awesome. But it's not easy to do. It usually, when you try to do that, it usually can get rather messy and mangled.
Yeah, as I'm
But in
just
this
getting
case-
distracted by the bouncing of the bamboo off screen.
Oh dear. But yeah, in this case, especially with this character type, it kinda works.
Let's see. High firepower combat bamboo. So it's this little guy. Its name is Lockspring. It's an adorable little bamboo. Lockspring, huh? Looks like you're in pretty bad shape. Don't worry, I'll fix you up. We got the bamboo maintenance manual too. As expected from you, how reliable. I brought all the tools with me. With this original manuscript, I can start fixing this rare bamboo right away. You're gonna fix it right here? Don't worry, I've already talked it over with the store owner. If you've got stuff to do, don't let me keep you. I'm about to get started. I'll let you know as soon as I finish fixing it. It's just definitely full of passion. Let's talk about what's next on the agenda. Next, I'm planning to head back to Krampus first. I still need to properly analyze the information we obtained from the Lemnian Hollow. Then Zhao Guang and I will head back to Shubian Temple. We'll bring the others up to speed on what's up with the Hollow. Probably get chewed out. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Let's head out now. Catch you next time, Miss Zhao. Goodbye.
I just realized why Krampus called himself Krampus.
Oh, hello. Okay, the compendium lets you view mystery rank and upgrade progress. Press go to move to the Bouillon store and claim your rewards. Check the database and mission progress below and quickly jump to their pages. Okay, it's more side stuff, I'd say. Oh, it's not the bamboo, it's this thing. I thought we were closer to this here.
Even I figured that was the damn thing, but yeah. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, Krampus. What do you know about Krampus in folklore?
Yeah, punishing naughty children and such.
Punishing and taking them occasionally.
Yeah.
Which sounds like what they are doing. They're there to bring order and such, and punishing, and everyone is afraid of them because of it.
I should have started this way long ago. There we go.
I guess you can say the Krampus. If you have been good, you don't need to fear Krampus. The only one that needs to be afraid of Krampus is those that have been, quote-unquote, naughty.
Or at least that's what they want us to believe and such. Like, we don't know Zhao's boss. So it could be that they, to a certain degree, are working for their own interests as well. But yeah, only time will tell. Also, I'm a tiny bit disappointed with something, because we are done with the restoration stuff. I still need to just edit everything together into a video, which I'll probably just upload once we're done with Season 2 here. But one of the things the reason why I've turned on that auto-managed there is because here we can, well, for one, we can get a few of these, just upgrades. I don't know if those reset, but more importantly, there's these accessories that we can equip. So, and the annoying thing is that I actually had a few of these equipped already earlier. Oh, why? Oh, okay. So because that's the plot, this one has been turned on as a temporary thing. Because with this... Oh, come on, it removed them still. Okay, that's annoying. Yeah, it's... Okay, game, if you want to be annoying like that, I'll deal with it. But I put on some of those accessories. So, yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that it hit them. Like, before we got into storytelling earlier, it still showed them, and I was actively trying to hide them by keeping the camera behind Belle. Though I think you might have caught a glance here or there.
I might have not. It might have been so quick that I didn't realize they were there.
Anyways, we're not in story mode at the moment, even though it is blocking the accessories. And to be honest, I need to BRB real quick, but I don't think we'll have enough time after to get to a safe spot in the story afterwards. So, yeah. We're going to have to call it a bit early, though before I really just gotta freaking run for a moment, so just be right back and then we'll raid out. Okay, I'm back. Oscar is still just not really twisting and turning, but constantly changing his spot on the bed. Okay. Yeah, let's move away a bit from that. Did anyone else pop up anywhere? Yeah, the old factory is now unlocked. Let's see. If anything, I'll probably work on that in the just off screen. Don't think there'll be too much story tied in with that. Also, the computer is either away or muted still, and they just missed that. Let's see. That'll give me the time to go look. Okay, that'll give me the time. Okay. Yeah, let's look for someone to raid. Just pulling up the list here of recent raids. Let's see. We've got Ruffy Raccoon, who is playing Forza Horizon 6. The Lagstorm, who is playing Drive Girls again. Okay, I'm guessing they must be either they must really like it or something, because they've been playing that the last few times we've seen them. Let's see, or they're doing it for a challenge or something. Then we've got Nevelation, who is playing Lego Batman, Legacy of the Dark Knight. Okay, I believe that's the newest Lego Batman thing.
Yeah, like when I started yesterday when I was to go to bed, I started my PlayStation to watch YouTube. That's how I watch my YouTube. And on the main menu of the PlayStation, they have a little. This is now up on sale or something, and sometimes, and that one was there. And here's the thing. I thought they were selling the damn game for, I guess in Europe would be like 99 euros. Which may have been flabbergasted. Then I leaned over. I realized there's some little yellow text there. The little font maybe very small. I realized deluxe edition.
Yeah, I have to say I'm just tired of those upsale versions that games are coming out with constantly, or not coming out with, launching with.
I'm fine with deluxe edition since, like, if the game is good, that means you get something more and you support for potential future project or sequel.
Yeah.
However, if it's so small as a foot, don't tell me they sell the base game for that much. I know people joke about how Lego is expensive, but imagine if that was not the deluxe edition and that was its price, 99 euro.
Yeah, let's be honest, most of the extra cash from stuff like that you would be paying would not be going to the studio. That's going to the pocket of some CEO who would jump ship the moment the moment their salary would need to be downgraded. Anyways, we also have Theory Pop, who is playing Total Warhammer 3. Kirin of Shoko with Clone Hero. And last but not least, we've got Ninja Starship playing Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream.
Oh
Do any of
dear.
these sound of interest, or shall I take a pick?
Your choice.
And oh, hello, Polkra. Let's see. Let's go say hi to Theory Pop. Has been a while since we've rated them, I think. There,
Yeah,
and
I
there.
just realized we could have done some talking with characters and such.
True. But we can also do that, well, next next week. Let's see, /raid and paste. Yeah, before we get started with that, of course, thank you everyone who may have been watching live or later. Thank you, Knight. Thank you, Craven Coyote and Myriad Minds for lurking. Hello to you too. And thank you as always, Drakir.
You're welcome as always, my friend. And thank you all for joining and watching this madness. And there will be a second stream.
Yeah. In about, let's see, 3.5 hours likely, we'll have a side quest where we'll do a bit of live post-commentary on some of the old events that I recorded and edited down. Though this first one wasn't really able to edit it down too much. It's still like over an hour. And hopefully Ron will be able to join us because it's going to... It plays on something that he has an interest in, so I'm curious to see how he'll react to some of that.
Wait, hold on. Have you made a Bang Boo ROM as well? A ROM Boo?
Maybe
Wait,
I'll get on that
Boo.
right after this.
Wait, ROM Boo. Oh, I think we can get creative with that one.
Okay. For now, though, yeah, let's get this raid started. And once more, thank you all again for watching. And until next time, have a nice day. And until then.
Be safe, everyone. Sleep well, and watch out for undead seagulls.
And, yeah, ethereal flowers, or whatever these things are going to turn out to be.
Oh dear.